Hey.
To another fantastic Friday night. We are going to be playing something slightly different today. Same universe, same calamity, different team. So we have a newcomer tonight. My man Kit over there. I don't know where he is, but
He's like down from you.
sure you'll figure it out every direction but the one I pointed. The recap to this isn't much of a recap because we're just doing a hard reset, but I will paint kind of a picture here. So for those of you who may or may not be following the campaign, there are two very large threats basically present in Faerun specifically that are threatening the rest of Toril. One is the kind of weird insect alien species called the Klex, which has been kind of infesting and taking over and manipulating elements of politics and other elements of interest of them and kind of destabilizing the geopolitical regions of major cities as a result. And the second one is the Umbral Court, which is a far more clandestine, shadowy group of largely necromancers and spellcasters who are responsible for human trafficking and perpetuating soul magic and doing all kinds of nefarious things. And as a result, the group that the primary legacy team is working for, the Avant-Garde, because they refuse to name themselves, has multiple fronts. They are one team of that front. They are the premier team of that front, to be sure. But there are other teams, and this is kind of the story of the more direct elements of these things. They're going to be assigned missions that are pretty one-dimensional, whereas the kill team is kind of, or the other team is like, hey, either stop or go find out, or just stop that faucet from leaking. I don't care how you do it, just do it. Right? It's more of like a discovery, maybe assassination mixed in. Who knows? This is far more direct. There's a little bit more intelligence behind it. The directive's a little cleaner, and we don't have to worry about a team who has no idea what Arcana even is anymore. So I think that'll be refreshing.
That's fire.
It's gonna be good.
Leah got in. I was like, thank you.
She was the only smart one in the entire team. But I just want to say hi to Anita real quick because she hopped in real quick. She's like, hello, thank you for being here.
I cannot be seen.
Yeah. Well, started off, you were in the Tower of the Inevitable Reason, which is the very large, infinite tower that is in the ethereal plane, kind of surrounded by this pinkish, purplish atmosphere that just kind of wafts around with these weird kind of eel-like creatures that occasionally swim by, and you might get one of those ethereal kind of whales off in the background. They never get too close, but it's something that you can observe. But within the actual tower proper, it's busy as usual. Creatures of all kinds are kind of running back and forth. People preparing, portals being opened, another team coming back from a mission. However, you guys have been here before, at least two of you have been here before on a smaller mission, but this one's a little bit more important, such that you are meeting with the leader of this group, Tithian, a relatively older elf, high elf at least. Looks to be, unfortunately, aging out of his middle age at this point. He wears robes that are red, but were once nice, but have clearly gone past their prime. Certainly need to be rehelmed or something, but just use. Everything on him looks like it's been in use at some point. But he kind of... He looks like he's mulling over something in his head, but eventually comes to address the three of you. And actually, before we even do this, I don't think you guys have seen or been introduced to Kit's character. So if you want to just describe your character for a bit there.
Okay. So he's just basically this he's a rather short for a drow. And he just tends to not look at people in general. He's very very bad at dealing with society in general. He hasn't been around normal-ass people for a very long time. And so you see him looking down, looking away from people's eyes and shit like that. He's just very, very dirty in general as well.
like he needs to take a bath dirty?
Dirty as in he's been in the dirt.
Oh, okay.
Dirty and skittish is what
right.
we're getting here.
Yeah.
So we're
But like
talking
not foul dirty, but like
No, not foul
big
dirty, I
in the
imagine.
dirt dirty.
Dusty maybe is a better word for it.
Okay,
Dusty. Okay.
Dusty maybe.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we gotta get him some lotion. Okay, got it.
all right. So,
He's not ashy.
Oh, Dusty, no.
Dusty.
I had to do with this.
But you need
This is
some
the kind of group
chapstick
this
and some
is.
trousers.
Oh,
Okay, sorry. This is the energy of the kill team, though, because it's just like, is this a roastable opportunity? All right, I'm sorry. Continue.
yes.
Or kid.
Yeah, if you're looking for some seamless Fellowship of the Rings action, you've come to the wrong place. Anywho, with our new Drow edition here, he kind of gives you a slight nod and kind of perks up a little bit at seeing you here, but sits you down. And with kind of a wave of his arm, you watch as a parchment kind of apparates in front of you. And I will show you and there's a painting of a relatively pale drow here. But you guys should also, do you not see that?
Yes. No, I do see it.
He looks
That's the
insane.
wrong one. Hold on. I think I gave you the wrong one, actually. Close that if you don't mind.
Okay.
Don't tell me what to do, Nana.
I'll tell you exactly what to do. I got it. Okay, here's the correct one. All right.
That's the same one.
Close that.
Oh, but it has type on it. Okay, I see. I see.
That's what I love about
it was
our relationship.
like you're wrong. You're not wrong, but screw you anyway.
He addresses you all. Thank you for coming, and I just want you to know that this mission will most likely take almost entirely in part in the Underdark. If you have any ties there or issues with that particular environment, please say so now. As usual, before the mission starts, you guys have every opportunity to leave or do whatever you need to do. I fully respect that decision, but I will ask that once you guys do in part, you do your best to see it through. That all being said, excuse me.
Go ahead.
He would stop for you.
Oh, okay. She would just kind of pipe up for a second and like look towards Celia and then also towards, I don't know if she knows your name yet, but she's gonna look at Kit's character as well. I think we'll be fine.
You look a little skittish. You don't have any issues down there? Any bounties on your head? Ones I might be able to catch. Never mind. I won't cash that in. Never mind.
I'm fully expecting him to be the one to like, get us in and all that stuff, right? That's like doable for you, right? What's your name, by the way? I'm Ballista.
Greetings. My name is Speedus.
Speedus?
Speedus.
Like
Speedus.
Speed Dust? Speedy Dust? Or
Speedus. Speedus.
okay, Speedus. Nice to meet you, Speedus. I'm Celia.
It's great to meet you.
Your voice is very gravelly. Should I look into that? Maybe you need some healing. Do you need a lozenge, maybe?
A speciality that you have that we can rely on?
I like spiders.
You what?
I like spiders.
Your specialty is you like spiders.
Yes.
And you're drow.
Yes.
Her eyes just turn to the slits.
Okay, quick question. She's gonna like whip out like a tiny book. What are your thoughts on Loth?
My family does not like her. We don't have a great relationship, let's say.
So you like spiders, but you don't like love.
Precisely.
That's got to be complicated.
It is.
My life. All right. I think I like this guy. Hey, question. Why are you so dirty?
We make our homes by where the spiders live. It's a hazard of the trade, basically.
Oh, so you like live in a cave or something, or?
Basically we live by their nests. Yeah.
Well, there's dirt on you, but I don't see any webs or anything.
You're gonna like just start feeling small goblin hands like kind of pulling you. I don't know if you have a cloak or anything because he has a hood, so I'm imagining you have a cape of some kind.
Yeah.
But she's gonna kind of like pull it aside and start looking up like the back of your cloak and or like even like your boots and stuff. And she's just looking for spiders if she can find any on your body.
All right, Spidas, does she find any on your body?
I don't think she would.
Okay.
I don't think she would. I'm not sure. I don't think she would. I think we would have left them all back home.
Any evidence of spideries?
Oh, of course, yeah, of course.
Tell me a perception check real quick.
Talking to me?
Ballista. Unless you're looking at yourself.
Unless you're checking yourself out, you don't know what's there. Oh my god, this is the first time in a while I've had a character who is not proficient in perception. Here we go.
That's all.
There's an natural one.
Oh my god.
All right.
Starting strong. Starting strong.
Dirty glasses, like Squint.
I would like to say that, like, as she was pulling the cloak back and like taking a look, she realized that, like, from the angle, it looks like she's just looking straight at his ass, and then it was like, sorry, that's not what I was looking for. It was just spiders. Unless you have spiders up your ass, that I don't know. I didn't look long enough to figure it out anyway. So
At that point, he's just like shooing you off, like gently, like no, don't do that. No.
A combination of potential violation and then, of course, some of the dirt becoming free, and now that you moved it, creating little kind of hanging dust clouds obscures your vision. But you did catch a spider web or two.
In his ass?
In his ass.
No, just like in between.
Is that how he? Is he just like web
I'm loving the current tone, guys.
She leans over to Cecilia for a second, or Celia, excuse me, and just whispers, he has a dusty ass. That's all I found out. Also, it's very nice to meet you, Speedus.
Yeah.
I got it.
Sorry, my teeth are jacked up. I'm sorry, I can't say this correctly.
Oh no, you're fine.
Fun.
That was the characters. You're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just gonna be like, even his. Wow. Okay.
I realize I didn't introduce you. Spidas, this is, and I'll point to Ballista first.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Ballista.
At first.
Okay.
Monkey short hair.
And you are a
goblin, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
See, I specialize in punching people. It's kind of my favorite thing to do. I like
you're a fighter.
punching people.
She's really
Incorrect.
good at punching people. It's like a work of art. You should see it.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it.
He will see it up close and personal. Well, hopefully not on you, but if someone gets close to you, I'm sensing that you maybe don't want to get hit in the face. I don't mind that. So, if you get into trouble, I will be there to punch that person in the face. So don't you worry about that. I, as I said, specialize in punching people in the face, and I love reading a whole lot. So if you are curious about the history or lore about something, there's a good chance I might know about it.
Okay.
Everything.
It's great to meet you. I'll be in your care.
Almost like the warrior poets of old. But
the warrior
at the same time, not quite.
Anyway, this is Celia. We've hung out a little bit. Her grandma was a hoe.
I'm sorry. A hoe?
Correct.
She works on a farm?
No, she's not the tool. Do you want to explain it, or should I?
I'm trying to get myself together. Shit. She's like, I mean, technically, great. There's a lot of greats in there, divine being, but also not divine anymore because fell. It's a long story. Anyways, I am a cleric of Nethys.
Of who?
Which means, I'm sorry?
Of who?
Oh, dualistic god of magic. So I can excel at healing, unless I'm in the mood to destroy things.
Mhm.
I'm very good at both. So, for example, if she punches somebody so hard that their jaw hangs off their face, I could bend that very easily. Although, if I'm in the mood, I could also burn it off. So, you know, I may heal you, I may cauterize you. It's kind of a flip a coin, depending on my mood. Usually, I will try to help my allies or minions, depending on how I'm feeling. My grandmother is not exactly. She's a succubus, so
This is the hoe.
well, I mean, just because someone's a succubus doesn't exactly mean that they're a hoe. It just means
I
that
still don't understand the term. I'm just trying to get this straight. Who's the hoe here?
Who is the hoe?
He needs to know.
I will also say she never described her great, however many greats family member as being a hoe. We didn't have a whole lot of time to talk, but the only thing I got from it was that she was promiscuous, and that's fine. You could enjoy yourself as much as you want, but that was the information that I had, and that was what stuck with me. So I'm probably a little bit wrong. It seems.
I mean,
I understand now. Okay.
maybe don't. I refer to her as my gram. Cuts all the greats out, makes it very short and easy to roll off the tongue. Every now and then I may enter a conversation with her. Don't be alarmed. You may hear some things that sound alarming, but again, don't be alarmed. It's just us describing how we'll flay our victims. It's a thing, family bond.
You all have your quirks, shall we say. But I'm confident your considerable parts will become a greater sum together.
That was great. Why did you say it so slowly?
Because I'm trying to recover from the direction that conversation went so quickly. All right. Anyway, back to normal speed. As I was saying, unless there's any other family skeletons or kinks you guys want to discuss,
Oh, perfect. Now that you bring that up, also kind of an Eldritch Adept, so if you need something blasted with Eldritch energy, I can do that too. Just wanted to throw that out there so you can get a full summary of what I am capable of, which is a lot of destruction or a lot of mending. I just have many ways to do it. It's so fun. Have you destroyed anything today?
Today, no. I like to preserve more than destroy, honestly.
Oh, I think you're the odd one out in that case.
Oh, I can destroy. I just don't like it. Prefer it.
You don't like destroying things?
Anyway, I believe we have some information that we'll need for the mission.
Oh, right.
She kind of looks at Tithian.
You guys are very quickly becoming my favorite. So, Vesdrin Deer, he points to the scroll that's just kind of hanging in the air there. As previously stated, he is a drow mage of considerable skill. He has learned some interesting magical techniques from a race thought to be extinct on Toril, known as the Ferrum. Gross. Imagine lampreys, but bigger, and can cast spells and like to chew on people. They're awful. Somehow, some way, they left the plane. And as part of House Deer, he went to go, of Menzel Berenzen, he went to go study at the Great Library, the name eludes me at the moment, there, and somehow learned a good chunk of their secrets. Amongst a great many things, he is now a very accomplished wizard, and the Umbral Court, as we have intercepted, have invited him to join them. And we simply cannot tolerate that. They are powerful enough as it is. Robbing them of a recruit and potentially a different strand of magic would be advantageous.
Quick question, kind of at the forefront of my mind. Why didn't they chew on him?
Why did they? That's an excellent question. In between your flaying and punching, feel free to ask it.
Right. Hey, Ballista.
Yeah.
What kind of screams do you think we can get out of him?
I don't know. I'll start with a kidney shot, then you can follow up with one of your blasts, and we'll figure out from there.
I will help how I can.
I'm sorry?
I will help how I can.
You're gonna throw some dirt in his eyes? That would be hilarious.
Maybe. Mostly.
Pocket sand. And it's just full of spiders.
Spiders.
I kind of wish I had time to go with you.
It should be fun, I think. I did have a question about it, but I forgot now that we started talking about pocket spiders. I immediately forgot. Never mind. Carry on. Sorry.
Probably something about his magic, I mean.
It's something to do with. Oh, never mind. Okay, I remember what it was, but we're good. I'll ask it later.
Okay.
Thank you.
So there's a few things going our way. Naturally, those of you practiced in magic are wondering why he simply doesn't teleport out. Our friends at the Blackstone Cabal have managed to taint one of the ley lines there, shunting out all teleportation magic. You can do quick jumps, a maximum of about 250 feet, give or take. That includes Dimension Door, for those of you who know it. But that's about as far as you can go. So he unfortunately has to travel either on foot or by sail through one of the many... Well, we believe he's going to O'Toole, where there is a physical elevator. The ancient Beholder City, I don't know if anyone knows of it, but there is a artificial stalag pillar, I guess? Because it's both.
It's both. Yeah.
So my education doesn't go that far. Column that goes from a city that was built at the base all the way to the top to the surface world, which is near the, I believe it is the Skullport City that you can travel to. It's not far from it. Once he gets up top, the ley line that is corrupted there will no longer be functional. So he can teleport, he can call for aid. I don't imagine him as a drow walking on the surface longer than he has to.
No, it's uncomfortable.
Thank you. Among other things, other reasons, so we have to prevent that. There's a few other things to make note. His house is, or was, very well in with Loth, and Loth, I can't pronounce that correctly. As a result, there are at least one known priestess to be of a significant, like a high priestess with him. Reports of lizard riders kind of coming and going from his troop, and some duer guards.
Quick question.
Sure.
Sorry. What kind of lizards do they ride? We talking basilisks or something? Like what?
No, think like giant carnivorous geckos is probably the best way of putting it. They can climb on walls. They attack from different angles. The lizard riders are notorious for being dangerous and multidimensional, and not multidimensional as the magic sense, but in terms of how they fight. It's more of a 3D fight.
Wow.
Oh, great.
It's going to be exciting.
How big are these lizards?
I'd say 7-8 feet long if you don't count the tail.
All right. Pretty big.
Hey, Ballista, before I forget, you're going to help him travel by foot, right?
Incorrect.
You're not going to help him travel, put your foot in his ass, send him flying, and then we beat him down?
I prefer punches, but I could kick a knee if you need to.
Yes, her legs are shorter. Kicking is the more difficult.
I love your enthusiasm. I really
Kick
do.
and see if he needs to.
That's nuts.
Oh my god.
I know.
Yeah.
As I was saying, there's been Duergar, commandos in his employ as well.
Duergar commandos, gecko lizard things that are very large.
And perhaps...
Sorry. Is looking over Celia and Speedus.
So quick show of hands. How many people here understand Undercommon?
You see Speedus just raise his hand.
I'm gonna have to look at my character sheet real quick.
Give me a second.
I don't know Undercommon, but if they do consort with demons, I could definitely get in on that conversation. For
So
no reason at
basically,
all.
only Speedus's hand goes up. And Ballista's just,
Okay. Yeah.
I will
carry on.
guide you through. It should not be a problem.
He is here for a reason, and yes, he is intended to be your spiritual guide of sorts.
Our spiritual
Good.
god.
Figure of speech.
I'm sure it'll work out. Just wanted to know. Thanks.
Then, for the record, Drow speak Elvish, for the most part.
Yes, we do.
Well, that's
Do you
good
know
news.
Elvish?
I do, yes.
Do you know Elvish, Ballista?
I do not.
and she turns and looks at my cat. She turns and looks at Celia for a second and says something in Celestial. Do you understand that? I don't know if you do. I imagine you don't. But
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
not
she
sure.
absolutely gets that.
Oh yeah, because you're right.
After all,
Correct. She
It's,
turns to
you know,
Celestial and is
one of the
like,
dicey heritage.
there you go. She turns to her and then Celestial goes,
I can speak this goblin and, bad common.
Hey, celestial sisters.
It was one of the first languages I tried to learn from the book.
and like halfway through that she switches back to common.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude. It's always awful when people start talking like in a different language in front of you. Anyway, I only know Celestial, Common, and Goblin for obvious reasons, I think. Except for Celestial. That might not be obvious, but I think it's obvious.
Like I said, we run into any demons and they start speaking abyssal. I can keep up with them. And then she just says something in low guttural abyssal that just sounds awful and evil. Yeah, pretty much.
Right after speaking Celestial, which is like beautiful and elegant. like, ugh.
Right, we were just at Sultaness. That's right, darn.
Okay, I love Anita roasting me in the comments right now, by the way.
Yes.
The most foul of languages. All right. Where was I? Oh, yes. The last but not least, there is a fairly powerful vampire who has some personal relationship with Deer. I'm not sure if it is a consort thing, if they're lovers. I don't understand. But he goes by the name of Lord Zun Katerin.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Did you say lovers? How does that work when you're dead?
I don't know. And
Love finds a way, obviously.
Maybe you could ask your grandma.
She just starts to. She like holds her head and starts talking to missiles. Grandma. How do vampires make love if they're dead? Like, does any of that actually still work? Like, what's the deal there?
Oh, I am not going to research how that works. So whatever canon you want to go with is fine by me.
That's the DM being like, I'm gonna check out of this conversation.
Yeah, I've seen enough
She's
questionable.
gonna come out of it and be like, "Oh, that's wild." I'll tell you about it later, Melissa. It's crazy.
You don't have to tell me. That's fine. Anyway,
She looks back at Tithian.
Yeah, I'd rather not know as well if you find out. But there is no bounty on his head specifically. But if he should accidentally get punched a few times, the avant-garde would not mind. So just to get that clear. But he is probably the most potential, greatest potential threat there.
okay. And just making sure this is a drow vampire.
Yes.
Destination, yes.
Underground is probably the best place to be then, huh?
Hey, I don't suppose you have like stakes, silver stuff like that works on the undead. I mean, obviously, I work on the undead, but extra tools for my friends here.
I mean, we could scrounge up some silver. Stakes are going to be kind of hard to come by. I'm sure once you get to the prime material, it should be no issue. The trees are pretty plentiful. What I was going to say was magic weapons, or fists, work just as well for the most part. And I don't think you're going to catch him sleeping long enough to properly stake him. So I just be careful. We do have a couple of goodies for you. And you watch as a Kenku with a bandolier of like all kinds of alchemical like ingredients, and some look like needles, some look like vials. He has them all over the place. Parchment kind of hanging off him like a satchel that is completely overstuffed. Is coming over bearing bags, essentially, like almost like goodie bags, but big. I'd say probably, maybe like a cubic foot each, as he kind of puts them down in here like a solid clink, like one for you, clink, another one for you, and a third for Celia.
Hey, Kinko, I like you.
He nods and like he gives you a bow, and he kind of scurries off, and he has a lot of work to do, but I'm sure you'll be able to speak with him later. You should find some potions inside those that will be of use. You each have a coin. There's 3 potions in there. There is 2 potions of they're super scribbler potions. So those are kind of infused great healing potions, and the last one is a potion of greater invisibility. You all have them. In addition, there was a coin mixed in. It's a mixture of almost all the metals. It's platinum, gold, silver, and copper, but accented in certain ways. Kit, Spyrus, Speedas. I'll get it. Spyrus, you, Speedas. You immediately recognize these as kind of like commemorative coins of Loth. Mm-hmm. They are usually part of ceremonies. You see the spider iconography on it, but they're different. You can also see that there's writing all along the edge of it, which is in Dwarvish, it looks like to you. So
Dwarvish?
Yes. So at some point, these were taken and then converted into something else. But a lot of the drow kind of artwork and craftsmanship is still on the coin itself. The rest of you, it just looks like kind of like a spidery coin with dwarven lettering around it, unless you guys already pretty much said you don't have a ton of experience with it. You guys can give me perception checks.
I have proficiency in religion. Would I know that?
Yes. Give me a history or religion check. That goes for you as well.
Let's hope it's higher than a 1 this time.
Wait. Are we rolling religion?
Religion, yes.
Yep.
I have also got a...
Oh, damn.
Yo! No. Does this whole team have proficiency in religion, whereas all the other teams have 0? So good.
I'd say Ballista, you're like, oh, I think that's Loaf. Oh, that's awful. And the more you look at it, you're like, oh, this is not good. And see that you pick up that oh yeah, this is clearly a Loth commemorative coin for high priestesses. It looks like it's been marred though, and clearly Loth and dwarves don't get along typically, so there's something going on there. But as you kind of guys are coming to your individual conclusions, Tithian steps back in. These are used to track him. We have friends on the inside who have planted a few magical items on him and his troop. So if you hold it and concentrate for a moment, you should be able to track your target. Now, it's not going to work very well here, and if anyone's trying it, you can...
Yeah, Speedos would be trying that, just staring at him, work, man.
You watch as the spider from the coin kind of floats up, and its two forward legs point forward, but then kind of begins to spin.
That is concerning.
No.
Dizzy.
Yeah.
Wow, that little guy looks like he's having the time of his life.
The second you stop concentrating on it and let it go, the spider will just meld back into the coin.
Oh, the party's over.
The ethereal plane does not allow that level of tracking, so it simply cannot get a bead on the target that it has. But with these, you'll at least always know in a cardinal way where they are.
Got it. So if we try to use it while we're in the ethereal plane, the spider will get drunk. But if we use it when we're on the prime, it'll be fine. That rhymed.
Crudely put, but vaguely accurate.
I mean, I could put it in more sophisticated ways, but it seems like you're pressed for time. So
I think we're the ones who are pressed for time. He's just telling us what to do. Then we have to go there in a certain window of time and hopefully punch the daylights out of every bad drow we run into.
You have, by our estimation, 2 to 3 days.
All right.
He pulls out kind of another map here. What was it? He is currently attempting to leave Menzel Berenson. And his goal is across the Dark Sea. He is likely going to take a ferry across it. And he will also have to take some of the more treacherous paths. There is an old, how do they put it? I don't know if chateau is the word, but there's an old house fortress thing there. But not a fortress, I don't know. The drow are weird. We'll just go with the chateau for now. But there is an old place where he's likely going to rest for the night. He's not going to camp in the middle of the Underdark, obviously. But so what I'm trying to say poorly is you have a few different avenues of attack. You can try the aquatic approach. We do have boots on the ground that can get you a ferry or something close to. Or if perhaps you wanted to use your own abilities in some way to mount some kind of aquatic attack, I will say it's kind of risky, as it's hard to be stealthy in a ship, right? You kind of know it's coming. If you're on an intercept course, some fire is going to get exchanged. These are relatively hardy folk. It's not like throwing them in the water, they're going to drown or anything like that. And it might complicate things.
So if we can properly get in there, Ballista can wake them up and then put them back to sleep.
Indeed.
You could, of course, try a stealth approach onto the boats without a ship. I don't necessarily have the means to facilitate that, but if that's something you wanted to do, it's an option, which, of course, would be great. The other half of this mission, which I was trying to get to, but given your propensity for discussions of rather hilarious nature, the other half is going to be you extracting, because this Blackstone Cabal interference is going to last a total of 5 days.
Oh.
So you can try to hide and survive in the Underdark for 5 days. I wouldn't suggest it, but after taking out the target, obviously you'll need to get back. So
yes.
How you do that through conventional means is going to sadly be on you. You'll be able to communicate with us a little bit, and I might be able to arrange for a team to meet you halfway. But as you can see, we're kind of pressed, so we prefer if you guys could get on your own, but something could be arranged if an emergency comes up.
Well, we have a drow guide, so we should be all right. I'm sure he can lead us up back up to the top.
Guide you.
There we go. We'll be fine.
Great. In addition to that, we have a pretty good intelligence on the route he might be taking from his chateau to the great kind of tower of O'Toole there. We have some maps that you guys could look at and perhaps set up an ambush if you wanted. Just keep in mind these kind of ambushes, you're going to be fighting whatever his entourage is at that time. If you have a way of distracting or separating them, that'd be much kind of preferred. At least the chateau, if you can infiltrate it, you could isolate him and just kill him and then leave. It would, of course, be predicated on you staying quiet. So there's that. The last option you have is the way to O'Toole is once again by ship, but it's small, so he will have to shed some of his entourage. He might keep the lizard riders kind of on the walls, maybe, but they won't be directly near him. He'll be riding in something no bigger than a dinghy. If you're pursuing, likely you will be in the same proverbial boat.
It's just 2 dinghies.
So,
All right, great.
The Beholders designed that intentionally to prevent, enemy fleets from arriving at that city en masse. So,
So how is everyone at swimming, real quick?
Also, how's everyone in swimming? She's also just gonna look at Celia to see what kind of like armor she might have on, if she has any like heavy armor or just like leather. I don't know what she's wearing, but she's kind of like checking to see what's going on.
Good question.
Oh, hey, Insomnia Knight. What's up, man? Thanks for being here.
She's wearing a breastplate.
Okay, so it's just like the metal around her chest, but like nothing else essentially. Okay.
I assume the game with bracers or some shit.
I think breastplates are like just that. Like specifically the breastplate and armor, I think, is just the
I imagine it's like breastplates and like some gambeson, so it's not like skin on steel.
It's just skin and breastplate. That's it.
Yeah.
It's a real bad time. She's gonna look over Celia.
So, how good a swimmer are you?
How good at swimming? Quick question, Inners. Is swimming still a skill in D&D, or is it just folded to athletics or something?
Hold on a sec. It would depend largely on your background. Most people can swim at half their movement speed, give or take. Any kind of bonus to that would kind of have to be explained. Like if you had a sailing background, I'd give you a bonus to your swimming. If, I don't know, you were like an orc with 2% body fat, I might take away some because you're just going to sink. So that
you don't know out of this.
You are wearing a breastplate, so swimming for you is going to any kind of heavy armor, or even like on the the heavier side of medium armor, is going to be hard to swim in. Just that thing's going to fill up with water. It's going to slow you down. It's drag. It's not ideal for swimming, to say the least. But
okay. So how good I am at swimming depends on whether or not we have a bag of holding I can shove this armor into.
Okay, great. If we're fighting some diggies and you get knocked off, I just don't want to have to worry about you. But it seems like I might have to. Right? Maybe we should tie you to the boat or something if we get to that. Anyway,
and she looks at Spirus right after that. Speedus. Got it.
And you, I imagine you should be fine, right?
Well, he's very dirty, so I don't know. Maybe that'll sludge him up, get in the way.
Right, but from what I've seen, most nature people seem to, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Speedus, can you swim?
I can. I don't make a sport of it, but I can, I guess.
Okay, good. Great. All right.
So I gotta roll something. Okay.
Just to also clarify, the waters, as if anything in the Underdark, are very dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
So I wouldn't plan on swimming the whole way by yourselves.
No, wasn't the intention.
All right. Your question, you have a good idea that, yes, they would fit.
Okay, cool. Okay.
It'd be tight, but it'll fit.
Okay. That's what you think.
Question. Let me ask you. I'm going to hit you with this right here. Freedom of movement. Could we theoretically cast this to make swimming way easier than it normally is? Armor.
Unaffected.
Oh, gosh.
Already with the cheese. Here we go.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten
hit him with proper. Cheese.
Being underwater imposes no penalty on the target's movement or attacks. So yes, I would say if you were casting that, specifically says water is not an issue. when being underwater. So you can just do like the dolphin thing, come up for air, come back down. So yeah, sure, that's no problem.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Just like a greased up dolphin sliding around the water.
But yeah, she's just gonna be like, worst come to worst, I can cast freedom of movement and make moving around in the water not too bad. Of course, that doesn't help against what's in the water. But if it tries to grab a hold of you, freedom of movement.
Great. It's really seeming like all arrows point to not the water. So maybe we just
I have a way that we can travel across the water, actually. Under it, even.
Okay. How are you?
You gonna tell us what it is?
I have a spider, you see.
Oh boy. Why did you say it?
Oh, wait, I think I've heard of this. No, carry on. Continue.
Yes, I call him Ishmael.
You've heard about Ishmael the spider, Melissa? Is this like a celebrity spider? Famous spider? Should I know about Ishmael? Should I know about Ishmael? Hey, Cynthia, should I know about Ishmael?
I don't know about Ishmael, so if you do, please tell me. Look, spiders aren't my specialty. I don't know.
I'm gonna
leave it to him.
He is a special kind of spider. He likes to make pockets of air, and he can dive underwater.
Oh.
Yes, we can go after him stealthily with Ishmael.
How big is Ishmael?
Okay, so Kit does not know that.
Just a quick question. Kit, did you name the spider though?
I did, yeah.
Yes.
Evan, the guy from Moby Dick, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, man, you should know. It's right beneath his
I'm sorry,
name.
I'm sorry, give me a moment. Okay.
I will give Kit 1,000% credit. He's about his backstory.
Let's go. Let's go.
More important question: how big are these air bubbles he can make? And can it make the air bubbles with us in it? Because I feel like if we try to puncture and go into the bubble, it will just burst, and then we'll drown. That won't be fun.
Well, part of swimming is also being able to, have the lung capacity and the health to maintain, hold your breath. Worst comes to worst. And she's gonna take a second to poke both of them to see how strong they feel.
Yeah.
Okay. Celia, I'll let you describe how toned your physique is.
How jacked my cleric is.
How yoked are you?
Okay.
Well, here's the thing. She actually has 16 cons, so it's just like
hey, all right.
There's a little bit of abs there.
It ain't bad. It ain't bad. All right.
Not just one ab. She has multiple abs.
Okay, good, great. And then she's going to poke Spears while he's explaining the size of his spider.
He's a huge.
It's just gonna be like, did you feel my guns? They're crazy, right? Not like you.
Speedass is very much kind of the archetypal elf. There's not a lot of muscle mass on him. He's solid though, like he's well built in terms of like his bone structure and stuff. But he's not yoked by any definition of the term.
All right. We should be okay. And you said your Ishmael is huge?
Yes.
All right, well that's good because I'm small and you're almost small.
You will comfortably carry us all. It should not be a problem.
Quick question: where is Ishmael?
I would have to call him.
So you summon Ishmael?
Yes.
Specifically,
I can't wait to meet Ishmael.
He's a good spider.
So he's a water-breathing, air bubble manufacturing spider. What is there a specific type of spider that it is?
It's called a diving bell spider.
Diving? I've never heard of that. Have I heard of that? I don't know if I've heard.
As an aside, I hadn't heard about it before Nenner brought it up. It's fucking awesome.
Did you ever think that you would have Batman tell you about the diving bell spider in your life?
Should she roll survival to see if she knows about this thing?
Yeah, you absolutely. I
Or
didn't know
like
if it was
nature,
Maya
like,
that
I don't
needs
know
to
what the
make the
role
roll,
here.
or if it was Celia that needed to make the roll. But
Yeah.
whoever needs to roll, and then I'll let you know what you get.
She's acting
that a
like
nature check more than it?
So,
Survival. I can survival or nature kind of work.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm
Whatever works.
okay with survival.
Okay.
Vaguely, you've heard of little spiders. Kind of exactly what he's describing there is they'll create like a little bit of like a, almost like a pocket that they can. Sometimes they'll wrap it around their abdomen and then just go, or sometimes they'll actually just hold it with their two back legs, and they'll descend with their abdomen in it, because that's where the lungs are, and they'll hunt fish and small bugs. You've never heard of one that would be classified as huge, and kind of shudder to think what that would hunt. And just the size of it. I mean, huge as it sounds.
yeah, the do the figures. Have I heard of that? Have I heard of that? I think I've heard of that. Oh, right. There was that bard. He was very high and also drunk and also terrified. I think a bard told me about one of those. Maybe. Not sure. He didn't have a leg. I think that was the reason. Okay.
A lot of legless bards out there. So it sounds like you're getting some semblance of a plan going. I'm happy to hear that. I did want to say, I know I mentioned this was last, but the absolute last opportunity you have is the elevator itself. I would strongly advise against it, as there's usually guards who don't probably abide to violence, although you might be able to bribe them. The other option, the other issue there is it's a pretty popular, like, you're not going to catch an empty elevator, right? There's a lot of traffic that goes up and down. So whoever is on that elevator with you while your mission is taking place could be just things that you don't want to deal with.
I just
beauty
into the Streets of Rage level, but please continue.
Yes, pretty much, right? It's pretty much and Ballista's just knocking them all out.
I'm fine with this elevator, but it might be a problem.
Turkey in this barrel for some reason. Don't know why.
Whole ass turkey. In addition to that, that would be your last opportunity. Again, coming to the surface with a freshly murdered corpse might cause some diplomatic issues. The good news is you will be on the surface and can call to us, and we can, attempt to help you out of that situation.
If we murder the corpse to the point where it no longer resembles a corpse, we might be able to get away with it.
I mean, he has a giant spider, so someone could eat him. I don't know. I'll leave that to you. You can figure that out.
That's another option, yes.
Does this man like people?
Some
As
spiders
an eagle?
exsanguinate things. I don't know how that would work. You figure it out.
I don't
Just
like
a-
to see
just a
it.
question, though.
It's a certain side I don't enjoy.
Sorry. Do we need to bring the body back?
No, we just need
Right.
him dead.
So we could just,
Right.
let's just leave the body there and maybe dump it in the water so the Underdark things can eat it and then go.
From the height of the. Okay.
No, not in the elevator. We're again, elevator is the last the problem. We don't want
Right.
to get there. Is the intention, at least.
Sure.
But-
Just make sure he's dead. That's all we ask.
Don't worry. We're good at that. I mean, I'm good at that. We're good at that.
Hey, I'm good at that. You know I'm good at that.
In addition, you all have scrolls of sending in your bag of goodies. So you each have 2. Use them wisely, because
We each have
unless
2?
you know the spell, you won't be able to do it again.
Okay. Cool. Great. Awesome. We'll keep that in mind.
Okay, question. How much does the super scripper the person slip right now?
I'm sorry?
The super scribbler potion is-
Scribbler's 8d8 plus 10.
That's very nice. Thank you.
So, I'll leave you guys to mull over how you want to approach this. We can assist with your travel to either Menzel Berenzin or the outskirts of it, so you can tail them right away. We could try to drop you off near the chateau so you can set up an ambush. Go across the dark sea, see if you can get a ferry. However you want to do it, we can assist in that particular travel. But again, beyond that, there's not much assistance outside of there. So figure out how you want to start this mission. You can start it from the beginning and give yourself the maximum amount of chances, or you could super prepare for a one and done kind of situation here.
Well, first things first, how stealthy are you two?
Excuse me. I'm incredible at it. And he hangs out in the dirt, so I feel like he probably doesn't make a lot of noise. So, again, your breastplate might be a problem.
Yeah, so I'm not particularly stealthy. However, I do know greater invisibility. So they'll hear me, but they won't see me.
We also have potions of that, too.
Exactly. It's great. If needed, I can give my potion to someone else, or, you know.
I just, if I may, and I'm sure Speedass will agree, as elves, we tend to trust our hearing more than our sight.
Indeed.
Okay. Being heard might not be ideal.
Yeah, no, I agree. I could just, be invisible and not move.
Also, I don't know. I know Ballista is very much a learned person, but probably not in the arcane. Would she know that greater invisibility is only a minute?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay, yeah.
You are a highly educated individual. We'll find out how educated.
Arcana, baby.
Nope. Okay.
Nope. Okay, so she's not going to say anything.
So there's a couple things that they do if they try to spy on us. I have true sight, meaning I can cast it so I don't have it natively, but I can't cast it. And that's
Congratulations. All right, look, where do you want us, like, as a group, how do you want to go about this killing thing? Are you more a fan of the ambush, or I don't like the idea of trailing them for a long period of time? I'm leaning towards the chateau, to be quite honest. Thoughts?
How do you feel about it, dirty man? I mean, Speedus. Your name's Speedus. I remembered.
I will aid you however you wish. Just tell me what you think is best.
But you live down there, so you know the way that's best, right?
Not truly. I don't know what a chateau is.
Well, I think he's good at getting us down there. I don't think he knows the lay of the land directly. Is it kind of racist for you to think that he just knows everything in the Underdark?
No.
Yeah, because he does
everything of the Underdark. I just figure, if...
Also, what a chateau is like a nicer cave.
Spinass.
What I'm saying is, considering he's the most familiar with the place and also is dirty all the time, maybe he knows how we should navigate it best.
Spinass, roll me a history check at advantage, please.
History check at advantage, yes, sir.
Let's go.
Advantage. Okay, don't give me that, Fooz. Don't put that on me. Come on.
You got this.
Don't put that on me. Don't put that evil on me. Come on.
You're gonna nail it?
Oh my god. Okay.
Next time, you add to that evil.
Let's go.
Okay.
Oh my god.
All right, so.
Also, I want you to know I've only rolled 3 times, but my average is 5. Carry on.
Given your history, especially with the city of Menzel Berenzin, you know that House Deer was an ancient house. And I believe it rose up to the 5th standing amongst all the houses, which, if anyone knows anything about that city, the top 8 are the most important. So they were in the upper echelon. They were 1%ers, if you will. Something went horribly wrong. You don't quite remember what it was, but their house fell. So they no longer have a level of prominence within the city. However, it is not unusual for drow houses to have getaway hunting cottages, if you will, which is what you think Tithian is confusing for a chateau. It's a place to house nobility, their servants, reasonable defenses because it's the Underdark and you can't just have nice things down there. You have to protect whatever you have. So there will be levels of infrastructure there. There will be guards, levels of opulence within the house proper, but it's not an unusual thing to hear. And you kind of have a loose idea what the layout would be. There's typically like a guard house. It's very aristocratic, right? It's like the main house is for the family, and then the help is over here.
Oh my god!
The guards are over here, and yes, the slaves are over there somewhere. So there's a hierarchy of things, and you could probably very easily describe, what each thing was if you saw it. But just with your natural 20, you know that he doesn't really have backing from his own house, and maybe that's why he went the lengths he did to become the arcane master that he is, to make up for the fact that he doesn't have any real backing in his city proper.
So Kit does not know how to say all that.
Well, Kit doesn't have to say it. What's his name has to, or not has to, but
Okay.
take a minute if you need to. We'll just.
Yeah. Also,
segments.
if you do want to say like the same stuff, you could just say like I tell that to the group, so that way you don't have to go through. I mean, obviously, if you feel like your character might leave something out or like sprinkle in some personality, then
Well, the personality is he doesn't know what a fucking chateau is. He keeps asking if that's a fancy cave.
Actually, you know what, Kit? Hold on. I'm gonna send you
It's a beach house.
the Underdark.
Exactly. It's a beach house for the Underdark.
Oh my gosh. I love you guys to death. Don't ever think that I don't. What am I doing? Where did I put? Yes. I was smart.
Chateau.
Oh, yes.
Minutes.
Okay, I'm going to send you an asset here. Your boy saved it in a big format, so.
Whoa.
Your boy. Nennis.
That one might be it.
So that's roughly what you would think, right? It's defensible. It has elements to it. Doesn't take much to. I have another element of it where you can see the interior, but you guys aren't there yet, so no peekins.
Okay.
But that's essentially what you're thinking he means. Some kind of. There's a little bit of a cultural divide between you two.
Obviously, yeah.
So.
Again, for Speedos, a comfortable living is a cave with enough pillows. But yes, so he goes. He goes, by chateau, do you mean that place where they go hunting?
I believe so. Usually for sport, yeah.
Oh, okay. And yeah, so he started explaining what that's about to you guys. Basically, what Nenner just told.
Okay.
I'm
Sounds
sorry.
good.
No, you're fine. It's good. It was quite the lore dump. I do that. I apologize.
I do that. That is like that's my MO.
That'd be better.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But essentially, cast exposition. You guys catch, I assume,
Sorry,
all of that.
Okay, so
Unless you wanted to avoid some
and
of
so he starts trying to describe it like, yeah, there'll be some defensible stuff there. He started explaining about how this guy isn't really all that in with his family anymore. He doesn't have a lot of support, and yeah. So
All right,
run to the surface.
I'm still kind of leaning towards, punching him in his own home. What do you think? That or the dinghy fight? But we have a spider. Because if he's in a dinghy, then he probably can't carry a bunch of defenses.
That's true.
Right?
I'm just picturing somebody sleeping. And somebody just Donnie yenning them in their bed like
Oh my god.
Y'all need them ribs.
The best is like a goblin standing full ass up on your bed because she's so small she can stand up and lean over and punch you at the same time. Oh gosh.
That's how you wake up. You caught 48 punches to the chest.
Actually, I don't know if I've asked you this before, but how's your vision in the dark?
Are you asking? Like all of us could absolutely see in the dark.
Yes. Great. Because if one of us couldn't, then I could help with that. But I
Okay,
think
that's great. You seem very excited about your spells, and I'm excited for you. But I feel like we should probably get moving towards the chateau if that's our plan.
Sure. That's our plan, right?
I do not disagree.
There we go.
You have a weird way of saying yes.
The chateau it is. Our estimates are that it will take him about a day to get there. So we will... You have some time if you want to walk around, maybe request some of the supplies. If not, we will begin the transport to a local inn. But the... excuse me, the Skullport City.
Sorry. Oh, hey, Frandy, what's up, man?
Oh my god. I had a question for you, but Frandy derailed me. God dang it. Oh, the chateau / dinghy thing. Was the dinghy part before the chateau or after the chateau?
After the chateau. So
okay, good. I'm making sure.
To recap the whole map, just so people understand. You got Menza Baranzan. They pretty much walk out of the city and immediately hit the Dark Sea, right? It's maybe like a mile away. They get on a ferry, go across the Dark Sea, land. There's maybe like 2 miles of trekking to get to the chateau. That's where they're likely going to rest, where your ambush is going to happen. And if, for whatever reason, if they survive or whatever, they would continue towards O'Toole, which will require some more walking, some more ambush opportunities. At the very end, I'd say the last 3/4 of a mile, is them getting in dinghy-type ships to go through this very narrow corridor to get to the spire that will allow them to ascend to the surface world.
You know, it seems like there are plenty of opportunities for us to terrorize this person. Do we have to kill him right away, or can we put the fear in him and just, you know...
We're kind
Is
of
that
looking forward to...
Do we want to put him on guard?
Right, exactly. I'm thinking so long as we get a really good... ambush down, then we could just kill him outright, or deal with it there. Oh, we got raided. Hello. Hi, girls, Rollies World. Thank you as always for coming and dropping by.
Thank you.
Even planning some stuff for quite some time now. Anyway, yeah, she's gonna continue.
I'm kind of a fan of making sure we have like one good strong attack, I guess, and that therefore hopefully we won't have to follow him along the way.
That's fair. Sorry, I just, it's hard to pass up an opportunity to maximize suffering, but okay.
I also want to implore you that the Underdark is dangerous. The Underdark is dangerous. The Underdark, and he looks at directly at...
Wait, hold on.
Is dangerous.
Yes.
If you plan on tracking somebody through there, expect other people than him that you're fighting. Not even people, creatures.
Wildlife.
It is one of the most hostile environments on this plane. So just, I don't want to sell you an illusion that it is going to be smooth sailing and you can ambush at will and everything is going to be exactly how you planned.
So we're likely going to have to beat up a lot of things to set up our ambush.
Indeed.
Well, this is also why I'm hoping if we can get to the chateau before he's there, we can set up the ambush before he even gets there, Take out a few things, maybe set up a few traps, so that way just like walking in, maybe they start losing some guys or something like that. That's my idea.
Do you make traps? No,
I can make traps.
I can set a trap.
A trap?
Yes.
That's fine too.
Is it a particular, I imagine it's webbing or something?
Yes, it is.
Dirty webbing?
You were so excited about webs. I'm sorry. I apologize.
It's going to be a web, guys. You don't say.
Spider.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's amazing.
Okay, great.
Okay, so sounds like we have some options. Why don't we head to the chateau?
Okay, chateau it is.
Perfect.
Do you need to reach out to anyone of your own guilds, factions? Do you need supplies that are specific to your skills and talents that maybe I can assist in getting you?
Well, now that you know what we're gonna do. We're gonna be setting traps. So if you have those, you know, trap setting goodness.
I was thinking maybe some trip wires if you got some. Like even some ball bearings and
Or caltrops.
caltrops. Thank you. That's the word. I was like,
Yeah.
jacks. You know those jacks that you throw on the floor, but they're deadly. You know? Yes, caltrops. Caltrops.
I don't need the ball, just give me the jacks.
You can keep them all. But can you make sure the ends have been sharpened to a point that will hurt feet? Anyway.
Got it. Caltrops, ball bearings, tripwire, anything else on this list?
Maybe some bells too.
Gas or something? Maybe
Bells.
Bells, little bells, tiny bells.
Tiny bells. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said what? I'm sorry?
I don't know, maybe like a gas of some sort. I mean, I can probably handle setting them on fire.
Are you talking about some kind of potion or like caustic alchemical liquid that chokes people?
Ooh, that sounds fun. Can we do that? I like choking people.
Scribbler has some, I think, poison cloud or choking, whatever that horrible spell is.
All of them.
He also has some fogs, if you need.
Hey, can you make some grease?
Yeah, I'm sure he can. Yeah.
Okay, great. I mean the spell, not like regular. I could find some regular grease. Does he have the
Actually, hold
spell?
on.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay.
I wasn't going to hand you a vial of grease, but I
Okay, I'm just making sure.
yes appreciate the clarity.
I feel like the more of these we throw down, the harder it's going to be for you to get in and punch him in the face, though.
Oh, no. This is the ambush part, right? So if he was describing the chateau as having some defenses and some people who could run around, but if we just kind of make sure that the guards or something can't make it to him before we punch and blast him to death, that's what we're going for, right? So if certain places have noise and there's bells on the floor and they like run into them and then we know they're coming because we could hear the bells, or there's grease on the floor so we hear them smack into walls and stuff, like we could set little traps so we know if we're running out of time is what I'm trying to going for.
Okay, great.
You know what I mean? Right.
All right. This is a lot of alchemical stuff. Are any of you versed in the skill? And that way maybe we can have you help our man there.
I don't know, Leonard. What do you depend on for alchemical skill?
I would
has
say
an
if you,
herbalism kit. That's it.
that could work. What's your arcana? Garbage, right? You're saying?
My arcana is straight
Wrong.
shit.
All right. So if anyone had, the reason why I'm saying so if you had alchemical tools, nice. I would say you'd automatically get put in because I assume you know how to use them.
She doesn't have the tools, but she definitely has the arcana and the medicine.
Okay. Spinos,
Let's go.
do you have any alchemical proficiencies?
Not that I can tell. No.
Okay.
I mean, he has
Cool.
medicine.
I bet you can pack mud really well.
The reason why I ask is I think druids kind of have an automatic leg up on it because you understand plants at a level that most other classes don't, just from being what you are. So if you want, you can give me an arcana roll if you wanted to assist with those things. Ballista will have you...
God, okay.
I'm going to have you go to the quartermaster and you can go ask him, or perhaps if you wanted to...
I'm sorry.
Sorry?
No, that advantage. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. All right, so Celia, for now, you're going to be the alchemical assistant. So Tiffany will...
With a lot of angry and mad glee. It's going to be great.
I'm going to ask you, please, he doesn't talk pretty much at all. So be patient, read what he has to say, and please, whatever you do, listen to what he says.
He doesn't talk. Read what he has to say. Oh. I think I get it.
You're smart. You'll figure it out.
You're muted, Clues.
This is muted.
I am muted. I'm sorry. My cat was talking and stuff, and I was trying not to. Anyway, you said Ballista was going to the quartermaster?
Yeah, if she wanted to.
Oh, okay. Yeah. She's going shopping, and as Anita very perfectly put, she went to the monkeying in the Home Alone tradition. So she's literally grabbing like as many like little annoying metal things as she can, but definitely like caltrops and stuff like that. So I'm gonna make sure I put those on my list.
Make sure you get some feathers to go with the grease, so we can tar and feather them and caltrop them. And
I didn't even think about that. Okay. Yeah, I'll grab a bunch of stuff from that. Ball bearings.
Okay, so Maya will come back to you. Kit, they are both leaving. Before you go anywhere, I just wanted to. One's going to the quartermaster. So you're staying in your current spot. Did you want to go anywhere? Wander, meditate?
Yeah, he's gonna go wandering around just to see what there is.
Sure. Just give me a quick perception check, and I'll inform you on what that is later.
Okay.
So we'll start with Ballista.
What do you need?
Tithian is kind of walking with you both and just kind of directs your attention to a bugbear of unusual size wearing an apron which is clearly not big enough for him. And he's just kind of sitting grumpily by a desk. Looking at everyone.
What the hell?
Just kind of leaning like a mixture of bored and upset. But makes eye contact with Tithian and kind of gives him the nod and like a little. You can see the body language of a grunt, but you can't hear it over all the din of what's happening in this tower. And he kind of under his breath, good luck with that one. and then just proceeds to take Celia over to Scribbler and his alchemical lab.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I'm all right.
But anyway, yeah, you're left to.
Yeah,
walk
I'm
this-
cruising.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah, I'm just grabbing some items. I'm gonna drag them onto my sheet, and then I'll let you know what I've grabbed. If there's anything that is like impossible for me to get, you let me know. But right now, it's literally just like thread and caltrops and ball bearings, and Home Alone-esque stuff.
Celia is going to like kind of shout, "Get some squeaky toys, not bells, but squeaky toys, because squeaky toys would be very funny." Imagine it; they're stepping on caltrops and they're like, "Ow!" and then make real noises. It'd be great.
That might take up too much space.
Anyway, that is what you're saying. Sorry.
So you'd have to converse with the quartermaster there. He's
Oh, so it's not the bugbear in the apron.
It is the bugbear in the apron. He just
That's okay. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like
I
all
get
the
it,
stuff
I
is behind the counter, if you will. Like it's not.
I see.
Like
Great. All right. So yeah, she'll start.
All right, so I have a list of ideas here. You let me know if anything can't be done or if you think you can make it better, because I see you're a man of taste in class, and she's like staring at the tiny apron on him. But any expertise is helpful in this case. So I'm looking for some ball bearings and some caltrops if you have any little bells, maybe some thread if you got that too. I think I'm gonna be getting some grease from those wacky alchemists, so I think I'll be okay with that. Trying to think of anything else. I also mostly going for relatively small things that will be very easy for me to carry.
like about halfway through your barrage of requests, he pulls out a parchment and starts writing. Now, there's a couple of interesting things. One, he's like pushing 10 feet tall. He's not quite there, but he's almost 3 times your height. So he has to like double all the way the hell over. When he's writing, as somebody who is obviously well practiced given your background in reading and writing, you notice the hand position is all wrong. The way he's writing is too simplistic. But and if you want to give me a perception check, you can kind of see what he's writing.
And can I give you an investigation check? Because she's staring real hard.
Sure.
That is it. It's all good. But she is looking. Which you.
No, that's fine. Yeah, investigation's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh God, save me! My rolls are garbage. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry, Foos.
It's okay.
you see string spelled wrong,
Good.
specifically with the G backwards,
Mhm.
or the common equivalent of that. And the other one was spikies, again spelled wrong, and just a bunch of other like kind of things that are just and a couple of words that he started and just gave up.
Just quit. Yeah.
Please tell me he's writing this with a crayon.
So yeah, and it's a quill that is mangled because he's holding. I mean, imagine someone whose hand is like bigger than the quill, essentially. Yeah, big old just man paws.
Do you like writing? Do you enjoy it?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Carry on. Do you need help with? I can write. Do you want me to write, and then you can look?
No.
Okay.
I don't like read either. And he like just kind of.
Oh, okay.
You want? How much string do you want?
Like a spool. Like, I don't know how much. Like how big? As much as I can carry easily, I guess. Not a lot. Not a lot. Like a decent amount though.
You get kind of like a sharp poke to like your shoulder region, like just to. Strong enough. 1 sec.
All right. Thank you.
So, and he pulls out like the first one is like one of those industrial spools that are like on ships. You know what I mean? The ones that are like this big and it's like wood to hold it, and it's like the rope is like probably as thick as your arm, like your forearm.
Oh my god. I feel like in comedic effect it would have like covered her and then her head pops out. Like
Too big. Little like
she's like uses her hand as measurement.
from fingers to like not big.
Okay. I'm gonna roll to see if you can actually find.
She's gonna like hold up her hand the whole time just to be like
You know,
Ooh.
he comes back with like a handful of sewing thread and just kind of puts it on the table. I got small string for a small thing.
Damn. Okay.
is it like okay, are we talking like 99-cent threads where it's like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like 5 feet? Oh god, okay.
This isn't. You wouldn't sew your pants in this shit. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Maybe like little bit bigger. Not like a lot of it, like a little bit.
Like she's gonna stack 3 on top of each other like this.
I don't know where these went. Okay. I don't know why I make me do this.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so
This group can't even shop right.
He just puts it down, and you hear some other rummaging. And all right.
Nice.
Let's go.
He knocks over something. It looks like a thing of marbles, but kind of kick saves it. With like his left foot just kind of angles it back in and just kind of chuckles on. Still got it. All right, here we go. And finally puts on the table a random assortment of spools. One of them looks like actual proper string. One looks like the kind that you tie up meat with. There's a couple others that are like maybe art specific. One with like some kind of weird form of glitter on it that seems to get everywhere, but he just has it and he has some stuck in his fur and he's trying to like pluck it out at the moment. But that's what you usually. I hate those stupid sparkle bits.
I'm very sorry.
She's gonna like start grabbing like the twine, like the one that you kind of like use for meats, and then like the regular kind of smaller thread.
These would be perfect. By the way, do you? I can see by your apron. Do you like to cook? Is that what you normally do?
No, is this Throck punishment?
Oh wait, why? What Throck? Why'd you get punished?
I bonked someone who did not need bonking.
I don't think that exists.
I didn't either. T-Man said I've done one too many times and I need to learn patience. So me here.
Well, I will talk to T-Man after this. All right.
You're nice for such small thing.
Are small things usually mean?
You're very fast. You said you needed foot ouchies. What would you call them?
caltrops. Pointy, small, pointy things. Yes, they hurt the feet.
How about? And he just kind of reaches over to grab you. He's doing it in a way that like he's clearly not like violent about it, but it's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab you kind of situation.
She's like gonna be hesitant, but like, all right. Is gonna like hold his hands though.
Why don't you come and like easily like lifts you over the desk and puts you down. Just grab what you want. I wait here.
That's perfect. Thank you. Awesome. Is there anything you want, by the way?
I want to not be here anymore.
No, I'm sorry. You're a good man. I'll get out of your hair so you can, I don't know, do something else. I guess. Just gonna like
more people.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And he's just trying to like flick the glitter out of his fur.
While he's doing that though, can she find like a bag of glitter or something?
Yeah, give me an investigation check and I'll let you know what you can find.
Yo,
right.
if you get
want
glitter
you to
in your
know-
eyes, that makes the ambush even better.
Once again though, I am I'm still my highest roll tonight has been an 8.
Excellent.
So investigation
rolled a
roll.
crit
Here we
earlier.
go. All right, there we go. Finally, we're still showing some good numbers right now.
Hercules.
Here we go.
Excellent.
We did it.
All right, so you can pretty much find whatever you want. There is a level of organization here that you can tell is degrading, largely probably because of Throck's service here.
Yeah.
But he hasn't wrecked it enough that you can't find stuff. It's just things are not exactly placed where they're supposed to be. So, but yeah, you don't really have any kind of trouble finding whatever you would need. So if you wanted to mark off stuff for cow chops, proper string, all that stuff, that's not an issue. You also mentioned you wanted glitter.
Yes.
Okay. With the 25, you have no problem finding. It's kind of like a small jar, like I think it's like a good equivalent, but like a small like jar of jam, if you will, sized glitter.
Perfect.
Like enough to ruin somebody's day with a glitter bomb.
That's what we're going for. Good.
Okay.
That's exactly what I'm looking for. All right. And ball bearings. I can look up some more things if you want to move on to someone else. Just
I'm gonna say yeah. Just grab whatever you need from there, and we'll go from there.
Little deal.
We'll go with Celia. You come back and you are guided to like an opening that has this kind of semicircle alchemical lab that's set up, and it's very, very complex. There's all kinds of fire apparatus boiling, like all these different liquids, glass everywhere, some of the loop-de-loop type stuff that you see like in Frankenstein movies, all kinds of very strange glass containers that are all holding, boiling, manipulating liquid in some way. In addition to that, you see plastered on the walls alchemical and in some cases magical equations, theories, things that are being tested, lots and lots of math, arrows pointing from one section to the other, things that have clearly failed that have been like crossed out like a frustrated X. But this is certainly not something for show. This creature works here and he works hard. And he is currently busy juggling a bunch of things when Tithian brings you in.
She just walks in, kind of looks around. Oh, this looks like a lot of fun. She like goes up to where this piece is looping around. Just oh, that's great. I love this. And she like goes up to Scribbler and just like looks at him. Just like, I was told you don't say words, so you gotta write them, right? Hi. I think. Do I have to write hi? I'm gonna write hi. She like,
he kind of like holds you, waves hi. Looks around, can't find a quill, plucks out one of his own feathers, dunks it into a quill, and like or ink, and begins to kind of write a soft greeting of greetings. I'm Scribbler. You're here to help? Big question mark.
Oh, I get it. Now I know why you're called Scribbler. Got it. Yeah, I'm here to help. I know stuff. Also, even though technically speaking I am a cleric, depending on who you ask. I'm no stranger to wizard labs in places like this. I've seen a few, worked in a few, blown up a couple. I won't blow yours up. At least I'll try very hard not to blow yours up. I like yours. It's very cute. So, what do you need me to do?
He's going to look over to Tithian, and I believe you gave him a list of what you guys wanted, right? That was... so what did you want from him? Just blanked on it.
Some spells in potion form.
Oh, yes, grease, fog, yeah, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yes. Grease was the list.
Straight up spelled grease wrong.
Ooh, maybe silence. He is a wizard. That would be a problem.
He looks at the list initially, and he's like... Okay, so kind of brings you over, and there's a whole bunch of just pulls out a rack, and you notice there's under this huge desk are just very organized ingredients and these kind of rolling drawers that he pulls out, and it's somewhat comical because as a Kenku, he's maybe 40 pounds soaking wet with all his gear on. These drawers, from the effort, it's like full body, pulling this thing out. But as he does it, it pulls out probably 5-6 feet deep when he actually does it. But he starts grabbing these random green leafy things and just handing it to you, one after the other, until you have about 6 vials, or not vials, but kind of beaker-sized elements on you. And kind of points in that direction. You see a mortal and pestle there. And he just kind of symbolizes, just throw them all in and kind of grind them up is essentially the body language that you're getting from him. As he begins to pull some other stuff for himself over to the side. And then shove that one back in, goes out, pulls another one out. And this one has more solids. That one was more organic leaves. This looks like there's lard and other kinds of animal products mixed in, and he's grabbing a few.
She's gonna look at that one and be like, "That's the grease, right? You make grease from that? I bet that's the grease."
He just kind of points and he's just kind of smell testing some, looking at others, but he pulls aside about 4 or 5 and then shoves that one back in. Starts getting some blank beakers and is beginning to essentially set up. So you said you didn't have alchemical stuff, so I'm going to say give me an Arcana check to see how well
you already rolled it. It was
He's calling for it now. You have to roll now.
I have to roll again?
Yeah.
That was just to see if you could qualify to do it.
Okay, I'm going to roll again.
The other thing I was going to say is if you want, you could do a performance check because we're not talking your instructions are pretty much just match this all together. So it's can you follow the instructions? So I'd say that it's either performance or if you want to go with a more alchemical reflection, mix these two first and then these two or whatever.
She has decent performance, but honestly, she's actually more wizardly. I can words.
Oh!
Look at all these natural 20s.
Let's go.
This is great. All right. You, whether accidentally or intentionally, mix these all perfectly and are able to mash them all into a very, very, very fine powder. So much so in that 2 or 3 minutes later, after he's setting up his ingredients, he comes over to check on you and is kind of, visibly jumps at how well you've done it. And you see him running his fingers through and how fine the powder is. And gives you a few light pats on the back and a good job.
Yeah, and then, I served at this, so I spent a lot of time in wizard labs and places like that. So stuff like this, easy.
Kind of looks at you very excited. Grabs a couple of other vials over. One of them is labeled water. What language do you know?
She knows Abyssal, Celestial, and Carmern.
Okay. In Celestial, you can roughly translate that one of them is tears of something. You can't quite get the last word because it's in a different language that you don't understand. But the first 2 are in Celestial. It's tears of, and it's either a name or a language, but you can tell the type, if you will, because Fooz's going to yell at me if I say font, that he used is completely different from the language previous to it. But kind of shoves those over to you and gives you a mixing bowl. Just kind of gestures to it. before we go any further, I need to use the little boy's room. So if you want to take like a $5.
Oh yeah, no, this is probably a good time for a break. So we're good. We'll take our quick break here.
Sounds good.
The little boys.
Brad for
room.
Dom.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll take a break. We'll be back in like I don't know, 10-ish minutes. We'll find out. But
Dennis, how long is that break? I said the
Okay.
words.
We're back, and Maya's bitching. Welcome back.
What? Rude. Ain't nobody bitching. You lying.
This is what we come here for. All right. So, we come back to Celia mixing and mashing, and now about to get some liquid into her powdered leaf bowl.
Yeah, she's just looking at the vial like, who crying?
I'm going to ask for another roll. The
Oh.
DC is lower because you did so well in your previous one.
Okay.
So the mixing should be easier for you.
Good, I needed lower because, my track record is, if I'm
Hey,
rolling
girl.
highs, there's going to be...
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Let's go.
What?
Okay.
I'm going to be what?
You hit the double digits. Please cry me a goddamn river.
No, Foos. I rolled a 6.
You know when like you see a container and you try to pour out of it, but you've never poured out of it before, and you're not quite sure how it's gonna go, and you only have like 6 inches to react. You're like, here we go. To your dismay, this one happens to be one of those stupid like runners where it kind of comes down and goes over your hand a little bit. It's just cold. It's not, it's not like he gave you like a vial full of acid or anything that's melting through your skin. So no worries there. But you did make a little bit of a mess in your process of it. You did successfully get the pre-mixture all well and done there. You just have a little bit on your hand and on the table to show for it.
Can she try to slide a hand and see if she can hide some of that and keep up his good?
You want to like sneak clean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
What are you using as your cloth?
It's a good question. Do you think mending would clean that up real quick?
Mending? No, because it's not like you damaged physical things. Gus is a little risky in here.
Yeah, I was thinking she would do
Maybe you can press the disease in your hand and get rid of that. And maybe your desk.
You know what? Yeah, she's gonna use some of her clothing, like just like reach under and like like undershirt and just like put the other.
Oh, yep. Just get the wee. Okay. Hey, you're being sneaky about this, right? So give me a sleight of hand, please.
It's gonna be terrible because she has nothing in it. Yep, I was right.
It's just 7. We're good.
It's one of those things where like you're trying to pull out the undershirt, but it's tucked in too much. And like you're trying, and it's not working, and then you end up just using your sleeve, but it's not enough to absorb, so you just smear it around. You're just like, kind of.
If he ever looks, she's gonna be like, "Look, I don't know how it got there like that."
He's just giving you a big old smile, like just so you more or less defeated by circumstance, but looks at what you're actually doing and is like, "Oh, okay, no, you're good, it's all right." So he then.
I didn't think the consistency of the tears would be, I'm not going to finish that sentence. It sounded stupid.
He holds up his hand and goes out and pulls out some funnels for you. And then kind of gestures to the first kind of boiling pot there. It's one of those like kind of spherical ones with a little spout up at the top, which you could very easily put the what's it called? Funnel in and begin pouring it in. I will say, how tall is your character?
I had to call Food's bullshit out.
I knew I was like, Maya can't multitask, man. She's looking at what I said and then it's just talking.
You're good.
He's 5'9". Fuck you.
All right, you're fine. I wasn't sure how. Sometimes you got some shownies. All right, so it's easy enough to roll. I'm not gonna make you roll for everything, but we'll say at this point you're just kind of very carefully pouring these mixtures.
Rolling for everything. It's fine.
Pouring these mixtures in. If you want to roll, I'd say give me a flat dexterity just to see how steady you can hold yourself. Did you roll another 7?
Why did
You bad?
Why
you
did
bad
I ask for this?
I
Oh,
said
yeah,
if you want
dexterity is
to,
0.
you don't have
Look,
to. If you do.
Every character has to have a dump stat, all right? So,
And I just found it.
Hey,
Yeah, that's better. That's better.
that's not bad.
That
though.
works, that
Let's
works.
go.
why she's wearing
Uh,
breastplate breast.
Okay.
Had to make some sacrifices, cut some quarters, you know.
God.
So
She's not
after,
feeling any flies today. It's just all
after decorating the table with your solution a little bit and then making it worse with your sleeve,
Sorry.
there's some very potent motivation not to fuck this up. And through a decent amount of concentration and effort, you're able to successfully pour all of that mixture into the now boiling glass thing. I don't know the name for, which I'm sure has one. I'm just going to call it glass thing for now. But it is a spherical beaker with a spout. I never went to mad scientist. I was always a physics guy, not chemistry, so I don't know what that is. Anywho,
No, don't help, Landy. Don't help. This is great.
It's not
Landy,
a
what you
beaker.
got?
No.
It's
It's
no,
not
it's not
thing.
like a regular beaker. It's like
Yeah.
I gotta
He can. Look. Nenders may be chemical or chemistry challenged, but he knows what a beaker is.
Thank you, Foos. That's the nice thing you ever said to me. All right, so we're going to leave Celia there, and I'm going to just say in general, you're going to be helping out in the creation and kind of like the mixing and matching and stuff like that. He gives you the precise things to mix, but you're essentially helping with the mixing and the physical creation of these potions.
It's great. Because when she comes out of there, if anybody asks about her outfit, she's gonna be like, "Somebody cried on me."
Now we're gonna go over to Spiras, who's currently wandering around the inevitable reason, that big old tower that they're currently in. If you want to, you gave me a perception check a little while ago, right? I believe.
Yeah, I did.
Yes, you did. 19. Okay, not bad. So, what were you looking for in general? Just any kind of curiosity or anything that would.
He's looking for curiosities, and I think he sees plenty of curiosities, but that's what he's looking for right now.
That's part of the reason why I was asking for specifics is because there is no shortage of them. Not unlike your team, there's probably 2, maybe 3 other teams here who are equally diverse. All kinds of weird combinations. You've got gnomes, at least one full-blown UNT, various humans, elves, some tieflings. There's just it's a hodgepodge, to say the least, of different characters kind of coming and going. Some with weapons, laid bare. Some with very ornate armor. Others that are clearly casters. There's at least a dozen different languages being spoken just throughout the halls, in terms of what you're hearing, essentially. In terms of things that would draw your eye, I'm trying to think at this point. The 19. You would see a portal being used. So it looks like someone has a kind of potion vial, a pretty heavy one, like at least a quart, that has black and gold kind of glitter mixed in, and is pouring it out and creating and it's an elf that's doing this portal. This portal opens up to what looks like a darkened city. How long has Spidas been on the surface?
It wouldn't have been long. He spent most of his time underground, so would have been a few days at least.
All right, days. Okay, so you wouldn't. Give me an intelligence check. He is somewhat.
Why are you making me roll my dump stat?
Okay, or you could do history. You could do history if you like.
Okay. Neither are good, bro. But okay.
I'll give you the new the new guy discount.
Okay, history.
New guy discount. Oh,
Yes.
Oh, okay. Nope.
Okay. Yeah, you're not really sure. There's some spires in the background. It looks like a coastal city from what you can tell, based off the lighthouse that's nearby. But You're not really sure, but that whoever that is very eager to go. And he, as soon as the portal kind of solidifies, and you notice it's a little bit. Now that you look at it, you're like, "That's it. Wait, that angle is all wrong. That's kind of high." And you see him jump out. And I guess he's jumping out. But the screaming stops probably after a good 10 seconds. And you're not really sure that's a good thing or a bad thing. But the portal closes, and I'd say that's probably the most exciting thing in your little trip there.
Okay.
Was there anything that you were specifically interested in or wanted to talk about?
Well, not really. He's never really been up to the surface before. He's just excited to check things out. A little weary, but that's all he really wants to look at, just to see what's going on.
Yeah, it's almost overload, honestly, between the differences. People, even the background of just that pinkish, purpley mess of the ethereal in the background with all their weird kind of creatures that are floating and swimming through air doesn't make a whole lot of sense to you. But everything about this place is a wonder compared to what you're used to seeing.
Okay. The wonder of the spiders. Yes. Okay.
How long did you think you would take to come back to your friends?
He'd be wandering around for at least maybe an hour or two.
An hour. Okay. I'm not sure you would have that much time.
Oh, okay.
They would probably. I mean, you could wander for an hour, but you might not make the whole hour. Okay. You might get a ballista dragging.
They might come get my ass. Okay.
Yeah. Someone might be dragging your dusty butt back to where you need to be. But we'll say for now, we'll give you the hour, and we'll play the interruption as it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We'll come back to Celia real quick. Celia, your first potion at this point is done. The fog potion, which you can immediately see is very much working because, you see Scribbler fumbling to find a cork, and it's like cork it, as fog begins to kind of pour out. But after about a moment, you were definitely corked, and you see it just kind of roiling within the glass there. And you've made enough for 2 potions, so you can begin to pour out another one. But as Scribbler kind of pointed out, you need to cork it pretty much immediately after you're done pouring. Otherwise, it's going to be a smoky hideout. As you were doing that, Scribbler... I'm sorry.
I was saying it was going to look like a club in the 80s.
Yeah, exactly. Just need some light shows. Scribbler slides over 2 of the grease potions that he has, and they're kind of like this, almost like eggshell, yellowish. It's dancing on clearly not white, but definitely not yellow either. Kind of
so lard, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. It is a lot lighter though, and it seems to kind of bubble on its own. And it seems to have a decent viscosity because it's coating the vial quite well. But he has it there. There's kind of a hastily written grease on the side, parchment of them, and kind of passes them over to you.
Okay, so we got 2 fogs and a grease.
Correct. You mentioned a 3rd spell. I cannot recall what it was.
Silence. I think there was one that Ballista wanted as well.
That was the grease.
Okay, we got the one that Ballista wanted. So.
Hold on, I gotta load into my other campaign to see what he knows.
Ah, jeez.
I'm not sure if he knows silence.
Well, didn't we get potions of counterspells before?
You did. Well, not used.
Actually, counterspell would be better because, silence, the reason she wanted to get it was to shut him the hell up if he starts casting. So, counterspell would be the same thing, but better.
That's true, but I don't think he has enough for that. Counterspells are rare. That's why you don't have a ton of them. Mm-hmm. Trying to see what he's got. I have his own little inventory on this sheet here.
Also, this team doesn't really. I don't know if we know that he's capable of that either.
Well, I guess punching him in the face is a good counterspell.
Exactly.
The throat is probably even better.
But don't get Mage Slayer with Nenners because you'll never be able to use it.
She's so mad about that.
I'm still mad. I had to take the feat away. I had to ask you if I could get rid of that feat. I was like,
Did you immediately
I've
fight
had this.
after you got rid of the feat?
What'd you say?
Did you immediately fight a mage after you got rid of the feat?
No, no, because I've never had a chance to use it still. Even now, like there's never been a moment where I've been like, you know what, Mage Slayer, help me right now. Never, not once. Everything's goddamn ability, Nenners.
No, not at all. Not at all. Imagine being a fighter, and you got hasted,
Why would I do that? But okay.
and you can whack somebody. You got action surge up. You're hasted. You can get advantage. That's not a problem. You just got to scoot 2 squares, and you're a goblin. So in case they get sassy, I could just use my disengage and get into position. Right? I'm good. I'm Gucci, as they say. Before my turn even starts, I get heat metal on my weapon. Now I'm at disadvantage. Now I need to get that advantage.
Did you do that?
I did. This is because of all the Mage Slayers Nenners never let me use. I'm sorry. No, I'm just gonna go ahead.
And then I gotta get. So now I'm at disadvantage for everything, and now I have to position myself in such a way to get advantage, just to get a flat roll.
Hey, Dennis.
Yes.
Remember when you couldn't cast?
Yeah, I couldn't cast. Oh, ask me about the first time I got haste on me, by the way. Because the first time I got haste, she immediately shellacked the poor caster that had it. So, of course, she drops it, not her fault, and stuns me. So I don't even get my turn. Right? I get hasted. She gets whacked. My turn comes up. I'm stunned.
Oh my god! Yo.
I get to sit there for a whole turn. So,
It was amazing.
yeah, my
I don't
sympathy.
control that.
Yeah,
If Anita's still in the chat, she was there.
she was there for it. Yeah,
Shay, excuse me, Shay.
and I don't appreciate that. So I know the pain.
Yeah, see, Kami tried you did great. You were fine.
Anywho, DM abuse aside.
This is turning into an
Oh, did Dennis
episode
get
of
haste?
Tease.
How am I going to ruin his day this time?
Oh, God.
By the way, that caster got whacked who's holding it at least 3 times and has somehow maintained concentration
Yeah.
the whole time.
Yup.
Anyway.
It's turning into cheese. I
So
have a new
goes the
question
cheese.
for the next cheese episode. When was the time where your DM made you real mad? Anyway, go ahead.
Well, I got feeble-minded on my wizard. It's bullshit.
For 1 round. Anyway. Go ahead, Dennis.
Look at feeble-mind and basically look at
Oh,
anything a
God.
wizard can do. The only thing I could do is pick up a rock and maybe throw it. That was it. That was the only thing I could do.
Wait, we told you what to do. You gotta circle your little rock and growl like lizard man. Sorry, hold on.
You guys are the worst. All right. So those questions are done. We'll have you come back. You are coming back from the quartermaster with all your knickknacks.
Oh, yes.
I assume.
I'm
Okay.
going to read off what I have. Again, if there's
Sure.
something that I grabbed that is not possible, you let me know.
Hit me up.
So we got some string. We got caltrops, a jar of glitter, some ball bearings. I got like a little pocket mirror. She's got an idea. 2 spyglasses, some hempen rope,
Okay.
an oil flask, and 1 hunting trap. But it's like 25 pounds. So she's kind of like, if we have like a bag of holding or something, then I'll grab this. But if not, that's very heavy.
Do we have a bag of holding any of us in this group?
I know she definitely does not.
Oh my gosh.
We could use one of those.
None of you got a bag of holding. All right. So
No, man, I think I
so
had
the
like,
audience knows. Since this was higher level, I let them pick some of their magic items. So this isn't my fault.
it's your fault, Nenders. It's your fault.
It's absolutely your fault.
This is definitely not my fault.
But yeah, I if
Am I
the
supposed to
team
join in and
doesn't
say
have one,
default or what?
I don't think anybody has one.
I think I was only able to pick up 2 magic items because I have my fists and my wraps and my ring of defense, and that's it.
You should have 3.
Oh, well, I only have 2 for some reason.
All right, we'll figure that out later. But anyway, I will leave the hunting trap then. But that's the other things that I have.
Okay. All right. Give me an intelligence check real quick.
Oh, for sure. Okay, just a flat int check. Think. Oh my god, I'm rolling okay. Look at this.
Nice.
Look at this.
Did you want to get a healing kit?
You know, I thought about that. I really did.
I
I know, like, to be quite honest, I
just
did.
put it out there.
But I was like, I got a cleric and a druid with me. I should not have to worry about anybody's hit points. But that's not a terrible idea. I'll get a goddamn healer's kit. And then
I'm just putting it out there. You don't have
you
to.
like that? Dirty rat. No, it's fine. I'll get one. You're right. I'll get a healing kit.
I have a Monster Hunters pack, but I don't remember what goes in there.
Oh, this team's a hot mess, and they haven't even lit the
good.
gates yet. I love it.
Hey, hold on.
We
I have a
are
priest
ready.
pack. I didn't. She has a healing thing. It's just I don't know.
I
what
don't
the
think a priest pack has healing in it. A priest pack is just for like rituals and
Yeah, it's like
meditation
holy
and shit.
symbol,
It's not
candles.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
Like a
Yeah.
sensor, maybe.
Oh
yeah,
shit! I
it's
assumed that it had healing shit in it.
No,
No,
because
why would
not
they
all
have a
priests
healer's
heal. You could have a cleric of,
Lost.
ass kickery or something. Yeah, they
Cleric
just-
of
they're
ass
not interested.
kickery.
Okay, so
They're
the
not
Monster Hunters pack. Oh shit! I got what we asked for. Y'all don't like it. All right, so crowbar, hammer, 3 wooden stakes, baby.
There you go.
Again, this
holy
guy's not
symbol.
gonna anyway.
Flask of holy water, a set of manacles, a steel mirror, flask of oil, tinderbox, 3 torches. I'm just gonna be like, she remembers she has this shit on her. after fucking around in the alchemy lab, and be like, oh wait, like maybe she's moving shit around to make room for the potions. Like, oh, I do have stakes. Oh, and a flask of oil.
That's 100% what's happening. Yeah, you're making room for. You're like, oh look, I got steaks.
Oh no. I
Well,
love
probably
it.
need to get a healing pack. Huh? Shocked I didn't have one.
Ballista rounds the corner with like a fucking arm full of shit. It's like,
Yeah.
I got some healer's kits. Don't worry.
Oh, hey, Ballista, guess what? I got steaks. I didn't know I had them. I forgot I had them, but I do got them. Also got a flask of holy water, so we gonna fuck some vampires up.
Were you like hiding them in your breastplate? How did you forget you had them?
Well, I got distracted, okay? Graham was telling me a few things, and I likely forgot.
Hello,
She-
Grandma. And then she runs away. She's just trying to find Speedos right now.
Hey, the dirty guy. Yeah, man.
All right.
She's trailed off. Oh, hey, Mark. You made it.
Give me
That'll work.
a perception check if you don't mind. As you're
Oh,
trying to
God.
find your.
Yeah. Don't worry. Got you.
Don't
strong
worry,
6.
keep rolling.
It's a strong 6. Then.
You've
Strong
tapped
ass
at
six.
least 3 people who you could have sworn was your dusty butt friend, but just nope, not quite. First one was a very confused human.
Pardon me.
The second one was a half orc who wasn't even wearing a cloak, and you're not really sure why you picked him. And the third one was a very confused Yuan T who turns around. And it's kind of comical because at first he doesn't realize you're small because of the strength of the tug, right? So he turns around and it's like, oh, can I help you?
And she's like gonna like stop when she's like sees his face and it's just seem to have lost my way. You have a good day, night. What time is it? We're in a tower of inevitable reason. Just walks off.
Hey, you want me to help? I can help look for him.
She ran away
Yes,
from your room, so I don't imagine you're
I mean, you can search for her on your own, but you're not helping anybody.
Yeah, she probably just like was rambling about the stuff in her bag that she found, and then looks up and Ballista's kind of like,
God.
"Oh, well, maybe the other guy's around."
Okay, give me a perception check as you're trying to hunt down your erstwhile teammate.
Oh my fucking god.
All right, 11.
Okay.
Okay, so Kim, I'm going to ask you. He's a pretty clandestine guy in general. He's got a low kind of cloak. Was he trying to just blend in, or was he just?
Oh no! Fuck no!
Okay, all right. I will say, Celia, you do see him kind of sticking out like a sore thumb, looking at a bunch of. Like you're from a big city. When people like small town folk get to a big city and they see skyscrapers and they're like,
"Hey, can you tell me where Willis Tower is?" And then we all hate him.
Yeah. Or it's just like their head goes like straight up, like, oh my god, I can't believe the boulder goes that high. It's kind of that situation, not as overt, but definitely fish out of water body language, which is what draws you to him, because visually you weren't drawn to him, especially at that distance. But you know where he is. He's just kind of meandering his way back around.
Oh, hey, dirty guy. You have a name. What's your name? Your name is Speedo. Speed us. I'm getting used to it. Guess what? I have a couple of potions of fog. I got a grease potion, and also I found some steaks in my pack. Don't ask why I didn't remember that, but I have steaks and holy water and all sorts of shit we can use to kill vampires. Monster Hunter pack. They're great.
Oh, fantastic!
As she's saying that, you can't help but notice, but there's some wisps of smoke coming off of one of her sleeves.
Are you on fire?
Probably. Wait, am I?
You just watch as like another like wisp of smoke just kind of dances up. You can tell it's not the full. It's like it's concentrated and it's not like voluminous, but it's just kind of like dancing off of your sleeve.
Oh, you know what? There was a spill earlier. Also, I got cried on a little bit. Maybe smoky tears. Who cries smoke?
You were cried on.
Yeah. It was pretty awkward. Have you ever been cried on?
No.
I could cry on you.
No.
Okay. No, he's just gonna shake his head and just walk away from you. Like, okay.
Wait, whoa, hold on. I just ran off a bunch of things. Did you find any of them useful? Think about it. Steaks, fog potions, grease potion. I mean, granted, I know that at least 2 of those are going to Ballista. You could get the other one. You could be the winner.
Like mosey my way over.
All right. He'll just like reach the hand down and like, what do you want to give me?
You know what? You could take one of these fog potions. Yeah, exactly. Because you're good at obscuring stuff, I imagine, because spiders and webs and also dirt. So you probably know exactly what to do with this fog potion.
Yeah.
Don't try to follow my logic. It doesn't make any sense in my head either.
Okay, so he's gonna take the potion from you. He's gonna be like nodding and like thank you, but at the same time he's shaking his head like, what the fuck? Okay.
Yeah, in the glass you see it kind of roiling, very thick fog, which is not dissimilar to the streak that's coming off of your friend's sleeve. But just as you receive it and go to put it away, you see a ballista has arrived with probably more items than her body weight at the moment, but she doesn't seem to have too much of a trouble at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But there's just like kind of a hodgepodge of random physical items and accoutrement for trap setting and all kinds of mischief.
How'd you guys do?
Oh, we did great. I got 2 fog potions, a grease potion. Obviously, I'm going to give the fog and the grease to you because you seem like...
Give me
I saw a man fall
I
into a
take something off your hands because you look like your hands are full. So
I'm not sure if I could trust you with these. No, it's fine. You
Can
can
you
grab
see?
it.
I literally made these potions. So,
It's fine. I was playing a joke. It's fine. You can.
Oh,
But
okay.
she's gonna show what she has, which is exactly what she was explaining, which is like
Hey, that's great.
string,
I'm gonna take
glitter.
the heels kit. No objections. Thanks.
Okay. I mean, to be quite honest, I figured I should maybe take that because you guys could probably take care of yourselves, right?
Okay, fine. I'll give it back.
All right, thank you.
But
We
I'm
could
still
get another
thinking
one
about taking it.
if you want another one.
Oh yeah. No, that makes total sense. Where's the quartermaster?
There's a lovely bugbear in the tiny apron over there.
I'm sorry, what?
There's a bugbear.
I think they're both just looking over like, what?
He's delightful. His name is Throck. He's not happy to be there though. It's his punishment.
Okay. She's gonna run and try to get a healer's kit from Throck.
Okay.
But after giving over the potions that she helped make, and she's like real proud of them.
So wait, are you keeping the other fog, or were you giving that to Ballista?
She gave Kit, not Kit, Speedo. Speed-Ice.
Speedo's one, and then you're keeping the
other one to Ballista.
Okay, gotcha.
And also the grease potion.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
What's your type of knitters? Being shady?
I forget to check.
Did I just
yeah, that's what I'm writing in my notes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, where are they going?
Yeah, because otherwise,
I'll add a healer's kit to my inventory because she's gonna go get one.
because you guys are gonna get to the chateau and be like, "Who's got this fog?" Like someone's gonna be
Exactly.
on a roof just getting arrows shot at them. Like,
Exactly.
I don't know if I have the fog. So yeah, make sure you have what you need.
Hey, wait, she's like yelling back from the orc. It's just like, hey, one of us, does any of us have a bag of holding? We have a lot of shit.
No, I'm pretty sure he only has mundane things though, so I don't know if you're gonna find one there.
Hey, Throck, do you have a bag of holding?
All right, so we're at Throck. He looks like he's finally got something off his arm and he's kind of inspecting it. Like, you know, going through his fur and stuff to the point where like he was ignoring you. Not intentionally, but like the man's focus can only be on one thing. But when you come up, my name is Throck. How may I help you?
I need a healer's kit and I need a bag of holding. You talk very slow. Do I need to slow down for you? I'm going to slow down. Hey, Throck.
You said bag of healing kits.
No, I absolutely did not say that. That is a hilarious thing. I would love to see that, but no. I need a healer's kit, just one, and a bag of holding. Do you?
That was you said achy healer's kit. We only have regular healer kits.
I will take the regular one. Sorry, you don't have the achy one. I mean, that's unfortunate.
I didn't make the list. Hold on.
I can tell.
So just one healer's kit.
And a bag of holding.
Wait,
how many healer's kits do you have?
We have a few, but we can't give too many out. Very limited supply.
How many can you give me?
Don't make Throck count.
No.
One. There's like a really long pause. Two.
Oh no.
How many are you?
Oh my god.
Oh, there's 3 of us.
3.
You know what? Okay, so here's how we're gonna count. Okay, she's gonna look at the table. 1, 2, 3. This many. 1, 2, 3. This looks like it hurts.
That's also a shit ton. You get 10 uses out of one.
I think
Gonna hit the fuck out of you. All right, just give us 2. Just 1 and 1 more. Okay.
2 per group, but you small group, and Throck
Look what you've done.
can't divide.
Give me 1, and then give me 1 more. Yeah. Can you do that?
Hold on.
Hey, Throck, your arm looks great. I love your arm. I saw you looking at your arm on the way here. It's a great arm. Never change your arm.
Give me either deception or persuasion check.
Do you mean it or not?
Why did I roll so low with the skill so high?
Sorry.
That was a natural too.
Oh god.
Rest of Throck look good too. Just apron too small. He turns around and tries to go find it. I'm going to see how long that takes him.
It wouldn't be deception because she was actually telling the truth. He does have a big ass beefy orc arm, so
It depends. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Stop saying orc.
I wanted to give you the option.
all right, bugbear.
Yeah.
You said it twice now.
Listen, all right,
So,
that's true. I did fuck up, but
Oh my god. It's just a bugbear with an orc arm from the elbow down.
I see you got that orc in you.
Oh,
you
God.
hear like some counting out loud, some shuffling,
Nope, shouldn't have.
something that like when something like that's heavy and has some kind of powder or something. Like if you drop like a cement bag, right,
Yeah.
from like a significant height, it has a certain sound to it, right? It's almost like a slap. You hear that. And like a couple moments later,
Do I need to heal you? I can heal.
I'm fine. This bag is though. And then he just kind of brings two healing kits back. There's probably too many. Well, I'm gonna have to work. Throck have to work here longer.
I'm so sorry, Throck. You deserve better.
You're right. And he just like ponders that for a moment.
Hey, while you're here deserving better, can I ask you for a bag of holding?
You need bag for purchase?
Bag of holding. Bag of. It's like a bag, and she pulls out one of her own bags, and it holds things, put things in there. But you can put a lot of stuff in there, bigger than the bag. Bag of holding. Magic.
Oh, we don't have magic here. Well, not here.
Do you know where I can find one?
TSU.
Tidian?
In the hallway, you hear T-Man.
T-Man. Yes, thank you. T-Man.
Oh, okay.
He control magic stuff.
Got it. Thank you, Throck. You've been a great help.
Tell him you satisfied with my service. Maybe I leave early.
Okay, yeah, I can see how that would help the rest of this place. Yes. All right, I'll do that.
You friend. And
Yeah.
you get like a big, meaty, like bare hand on your shoulder. Thank you.
Okay. I got you.
He kind of settles back and tries to adjust his apron a little bit, but
Also, you never described the apron other than it being too small, and I have been just picturing like a housewife's frilly apron this whole time. and it just now occurred to me that's probably not what he's wearing.
no, I
It's probably
apologize.
No,
It's
you're fine.
like a blacksmith's apron, like that's got
Yeah.
There,
It's
I-
covered
You're
in like,
picturing petunia,
picturing
man.
Philly housewife apron.
yeah.
Exactly. Like,
And he is wearing
you are
clothes
not
under
wrong.
it. It's just this is too
For a second, I thought you said he's wearing pearls under it.
yeah.
So you mean the bugbear isn't naked with a tiny apron on?
You just get a full show every time he turns around. Yeah, no, it's no, I promise you he's wearing.
Oh,
But you leave poor Throck to his quartermasterly duties as you
she's gonna come back with the healing kits and be like, "All right, got the healing kits. Obviously, I'll take one. Hey, speed us. Yes. Here's the
Can't tell
other
if you're
one.
getting better or worse at that.
Okay, just this isn't a sign of my ear. That on purpose or not?
She totally did that on purpose. Well, the character did not do it on purpose.
Okay, yeah.
I did it on purpose.
Okay.
Right.
All right, sorry. All right. Yeah, so he's like, he takes it from you and like, does he know what it is immediately or no?
She literally said, "I
The
brought
healing
it."
kit. Oh, okay. Yeah.
You ever used one of these before?
Are you sure I'm going to need this?
I don't know. If somebody
Probably.
knocks the both of us out, maybe.
Mm,
Do you know how to use them?
no.
I can show you how to use it.
Wait, time out real quick. Check your proficiencies and think of that answer again.
Yeah,
Medicine.
you a whole ass druid. What are you doing with your life?
No, I'm cool with a druid not knowing, but if you're proficient in medicine, I'd imagine you know how to
Okay,
do it
I'm sorry. Yeah,
a little bit.
He knows
Yeah.
that either. Okay,
Well,
there-
right.
sorry.
Yeah.
Kit does not know what a healing kit looks like, okay?
Like I could
It's
see a
okay.
druid being like, "You just gotta chew these coca leaves and you'll be fine." You know,
Right.
like some kind of like bullshit like that.
Oh,
But like if you know like
Yep.
proper medicine, I assume you know how to use
Okay, yeah, he knows what it is. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, great. So you do know. All right.
Yes.
Wait, have you ever healed anything other than a spider?
Yes,
Like what?
my people.
Okay, good. So you know how to heal people. That's great. I'm glad you.
Well, I
settled
mean,
that.
do you know how to heal people with, like some spider webs and dirt, or is it like magic? Because I imagine for you it's magic, right?
It's magic, yes.
Right, exactly. So that's like this might be a little different.
Do you make splints out of spider webs and dirt? Because that would be interesting. I would like to see
I've
that.
made bandages out of spider webs.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, you're gonna be fun to watch work. Although I will say in the future, or perhaps in the present, if you're going to be helping us with our wounds, like say we have open wounds, maybe don't get dirt in our wounds. It would not feel pleasant.
That shouldn't be a word, but okay.
You just have a lot of loose dirt on you, so I just make sure you wash your hands before you start, and we'll be fine.
I will do so.
Yeah, so we'll be good. Are we ready to go? Do you guys need anything else?
I don't think so.
this.
Oh wait, we need to get a bag of holding from Scythian, so we can hold
We
all the
do?
stuff we bagged.
I mean, I can carry this in my backpack. Do you need something else?
What?
I can carry this in my backpack. Can you not carry what you are carrying on your
No,
body?
it seems like we're carrying a lot of items, and we'll probably get more, especially if we're going to be beating down people and taking their shit. So if we have a bag of holding, that would be very useful throughout this journey.
Taking their shit. I do.
Yeah. You don't just leave people there after you beat them senseless, do you?
You hide the bodies if necessary, but you don't take the actual stuff that they have. Why would you need it?
What if it's magical? Looting is an excellent part of adventuring, okay? If you're not
In a lot
looting,
of
you're not
cases-
adventuring right.
In a lot of cases, the people that I'm beating up are like the doom of demon death and some shit that I probably don't want to touch their stuff.
Okay, but what
Anyway,
if you want to touch
you are welcome to ask for a bag of holding. What I'm saying is that we should go because I really want to punch somebody. Let's go.
That's great. I would also like to set someone on fire, so
Fantastic.
I wonder if I could set your
Anyway,
face on
she's-
fire as you punch people.
She's gonna like try like shoving Celia in a direction and just be like,
Just find out where you get this dang bag.
like no, she doesn't know what direction she's pushing her in. She's just pushing her in a direction.
Roll me
I
a
don't think
d6.
he's, but all right. Does she know where Tithea is? Is there a way to, surefire way to locate him?
I just need to figure out what direction you got shoved in. So what's roll me a d6, Foozzy.
Oh, for me? I'm sorry. I thought you were
Yeah.
talking to. Yeah. I got you. Hold on. Heard me. Think.
That's 2, baby.
It's 90 degrees to the right. You just, but if you want to give me that's a perception check. It doesn't take much. If you're looking for him, you're just looking around. He sticks out, big old red robes and stuff. But you do pick him out and can make a path to him. He's talking to a bunch of other people at the moment, kind of bouncing back and forth. It looks like he's intermediary for something. But if you approach him and he sees you approach, he'll just kind of break off for a moment and go to talk to you. So you guys ready? I trust you found everything you needed.
We are 98% ready. The extra 2% is me asking you for a bag of holding. Do you have one?
I do. You might not like it though, and I need it back in good shape.
Yeah, good luck.
So I won't
Stares
give it
at
to the
Celia.
dirty guy. Okay, got it.
Okay.
What's wrong with it? I just say it like that. There has to be something wrong with it.
Kind of reaches back, like
This is very
Just-
dramatic, and I like it.
pulls out what can only be described as like a long, like kind of dainty dwarven purse. With like a very intricate kind of dwarven symbol as like the latch. It's pretty like in the where the straps connect, very thick, very like robust kind of dwarven design, but it's definitely like a feminine purse.
I'm picturing like something of dwarven make with fucking rhinestones and it's pink leather or something.
The leather is white; it's not pink.
And it says like sassy on it or
What
something.
color is the trim, though?
The trim is like a rose gold that goes with it. That includes also the metal pieces. It's like this was gonna be a gift, but
A gift to who? Who do you hate this much? I'm sorry. Wait, that came out wrong.
Wait, if that's a gift, you can keep it. We have
you
0%.
said you needed a bag of holding. It's bigger than
I'll,
it
I'll,
is.
you know what? I'll take
That's
it.
it,
It'll see people.
but
It'll throw them
just-
off guard. They'll never expect this to be a bag of holding. They wouldn't expect this. Okay.
This is a gift. Remember that. So when you destroy this inevitably on our mission, just understand that you've ruined someone's gift.
Wait.
If you ruin this, you're into me 10,000 gold.
10,000 gold. It's just gonna actually go into it.
10,000.
Like
Yeah.
10,000 gold. That's a lot of gold.
It is. Look, I understand you need provisions for the mission. That's fine. This is the only bag of holding I have. Take it or leave it.
Can I just ask who is this a gift for?
Sure, that's your business.
You know what? It looks like that, so yes.
I don't think let's just put it this way. I think it's safer you don't know.
Yeah, probably. But I really want to know because ooh.
Tell you what, I'll invite you over when I give it to her.
That sounds vaguely ominous. I'm in.
You might need one
He
of those
takes a
healing-
like long moment to stare between Celia and Speedos and be like,
I'm so glad that when we go underground, I can't talk to anybody. This will be perfect. Everything will be fine, and we will run into no problems.
she's just gonna trail off to herself.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that he's the only one that can speak to people down there, basically.
Yeah, you're gonna
So he holds out the bag. Like, are you going to take it?
Reluctantly, but yes. Thank you.
Okay. Undamaged.
What is it?
It's a bag.
Oh.
You know, the more I think about it, the less I trust myself with this thing. Namely because it's ugly. I feel like one day I might wake up and this thing is next to my face and I may punch it in a fit of rage. So I will give it back to you.
halfway through that, Ballista's gonna elbow her and like what is probably the thigh because of height differences. But like midway through that, she's gonna be like,
Thank you for the offer, though. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we absolutely appreciate it. It's just, ooh. she
You're
pulled
welcome.
herself away because she almost insulted the bag again.
All right, well, I'm going to put this over to the side. Before you leave, if you need it, you can come get it. Again, just understand it needs to be returned as it was lent.
Does anybody
That's
else
fine.
have the bag of holding out a rental that they might be returning anytime soon?
Probably wouldn't want that one either.
No, we're fine. We are fine. Thank you. We're not gonna.
I have a team collects body parts for scribblers, so guess where they're putting them.
Valen?
Galen collecting collects body parts.
His body bag of holding.
oh no, he puts whole ass human bodies, into his bag of holding.
That guy was a half elf.
Yeah, he was a half elf. But yeah, and then right after that, you went to go see your brother's parents, and you had to go reach into the bag of holding and try not to pull out the body as you're just casually talking to them. Anyway, yes, we're good. I think Melissa's gonna take a second to like shove all of the items that she bought into her backpack, and it's like barely gonna latch close. You're like,
See, we're fine. Everything's
Are
fine.
you sure
Don't
I
worry.
can't take at least one of those off of you? It's not that I don't think you can carry, because you're very muscular and very strong. It's more just a space thing.
Yes, very, yes.
He's looking at
Kind of
you. Good.
unusual.
Look. Here, just take the bag. Okay, just don't destroy it.
She looks at it and like her brain's like, set it on fire.
It's magical. Okay, I'm sure you can find a way to damage it, but it's challenging. Okay, and no offense, Speedos, don't roll it around on the dirt, and it should be fine.
All right, so Speedo's gonna start reaching for it then.
I don't think you understand how much ground you people have to travel.
It's fine. It'll be a good workout.
Go ahead, Speedus. If you want to take that, that's great.
Before you grab it, Speedos, he prestidigitations you. Pretty much is all like the dirt and everything just comes off you.
Okay. He like looks himself up and like before he even grabs it, he just puts his hand down for a second, just looks himself up and down a little bit, goes, all right, much obliged. Like, okay.
From the dust that comes off, Ballista is trying to see if there's any spiders like floating around. or if it's just pure like dirt.
I'll let Speedos answer that for you.
Not even a little baby spider in there?
No.
Okay,
No
just all
spiders,
dirt.
no.
How we went from a dragon born with psoriasis to now this very dirty man. This is great.
All right, yeah, so
I will say you do see some webs floating in there, though.
all
I
right.
love it. That's awesome.
All right, so he's gonna take the bag and he's gonna put that away and yeah.
All right.
It's fine. We'll adjust. Fine.
Yep. I didn't give you the bag to be put away.
Ballista's gonna start handing you things to put in there.
Sorry, I'm dumb. Okay,
Which is
kid is dumb. Okay.
Kit, to your you're in the moment. It's cool. When you open the bag,
Yep.
it is it's cavernous
Okay.
compared to like you figure like, all right, man, maybe I can get.
Have you seen one of these before?
I think you've seen a bag of holding at your level for sure.
Okay.
Maybe not one of this make, certainly not in this style.
Okay.
And usually they're kind of approximate. They're usually bigger inside than they are outside, clearly.
Mhm.
But
Doesn't it have
just
that annoying like pink shiny cloth in it?
like that satin kind of
Yeah. This
Yep.
annoying ass pink satin.
super gaudy pink satin on the inside.
Ugh.
So anyway, you open it and like it's it just keeps opening to your like at first you think maybe you broke it, but it just keeps opening and you can dump pretty much everything that she handed to you in there.
Can he like stick his head in there and just yell for a second?
I think
You can, yeah, sure.
Okay.
so. Here's the problem, right? When he opens the bag, right? Celia's gonna see that annoying pink satin and just kind of almost.
Yeah.
Just walk away.
Please don't destroy
that bag.
Oh. You put your head in and scream, and the acoustics in here are terrible for a couple of reasons. One, there's not a tremendous amount of air, and as soon as you put your head in, you realize it's kind of cold.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like putting your head in the freezer a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and you go to scream, and you let the air out kind of alarmingly quicker. Now I hate to do this to you, but you gotta put yourself in a situation. Give me an in check.
Oh,
Yep.
and then check. Okay.
Yeah.
God, this is another moment where
Does
Ballista's
he
quietly
fall
watching
into
and
the
is
bag of
like,
holding?
everything will be fine.
11.
Yeah, you have no idea what's happening, but the sound doesn't come out as the way you planned, and it feels like the air from your lungs is exhaled faster than
Oh,
you
okay.
anticipated.
I understand. Okay.
and you're a little like confused by it a little bit, but unfortunately you can't really wrap your mind about what might actually be happening to have that occur. But it is beautiful satin kind of cloth on the inside. Everything is sitting in there nice. You can extract your head if you'd like, or you can keep it in the freezer. It's up to you.
We're gonna take it out. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why we took this ugly ass bag. I just
Look, you caught us at a bad time. I have a lot of projects going. I will.
Oh, she talked to her grandma.
Oh, okay.
She got her head on her head.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know why I took this.
Was there anything else you needed that I could provide?
It's not pink, is it? Whatever it is that you can provide.
Depends on what you ask.
You need to ask the question first before you ask. Also, you've given us plenty. Thank you very much. Everything's fine. We're good.
You have a scroll of silence, or what was the other one?
Did you say scroll of silence? I heard violence.
I did as well.
Silence. Yeah. Or counterspell. Quick question, GM.
I have
Can you use your Arcana checks to read off scrolls in 5e?
5e. I believe anyone can use a scroll.
That's
You have
great.
to have a certain int thing, but yeah, I'm pretty sure we all.
Yeah, it's assuming you're not below 9.
Yeah.
Should be fine.
Oh.
Counterspell, I think we're out of scroll. Silence we might have. Let me go check. And he looks over to Spinus. If you have silence, I believe you could ritual cast it, although you probably need it immediately. Hold on. So he leaves you for a moment to go check. You guys have like a minute or two.
While he's walking off. Anything that is anti-mage because you want us to kill a mage in the face, and we're going to do that real good, okay? Thanks.
Has anyone ever told you you're very needy?
What? He wants us to do a certain thing, so I just want to make sure that we are really good at doing the thing when we need to do it.
We already are good at doing the thing. We just need to get there.
We did.
I will get you there. It's not a problem.
Exactly. Everything's fine.
Did you swallow some dirt? So gravelly.
She's all mad about this pink bag, and we're on a shopping trip for days.
Fuck that bag.
We're never gonna
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that all out. Let me calm down.
Yeah, a little bit.
Forget its appearance. It'll be good. It'll be useful on our trip.
It's ugly.
I agree.
You said that so fast.
Speed ass.
How am I?
So good.
Sorry. Give me a perception check, please.
Okay. Okay.
As,
I'm scared.
as
I'm
he's doing
scared.
that, Ballista's just like,
How am I the only one with tact? I'm a goblin.
What the? Oh, god damn. Okay, I rolled like, oh, god, look at that roll.
There's a button at the apex of the chain that holds the bag.
Oh no.
You were just running your fingers over and you found the button.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you found.
Okay.
I'll leave you with that.
All right.
Tithian comes back. I have one scroll of silence.
Oh, thank you, Tithian.
All
Don't
right.
thank me yet. 2 of you are spellcasters. Be careful where you put this.
Okay. Right. Just okay. This kid asking, do we want to put that in the bag of holding?
No, we do not.
Okay, thank you.
I'll take this. Because we're going to the Underdark, so chances are, at some point, we're going to run into a mage that we need to shut up very quickly. And if we have that stuffed in the bag, we're not going to. Ballista, mean, so mean. I like you, but
I like you too. It's just, continue. I'm sorry.
I couldn't even threaten you. Could you just punch me really fast, really hard?
I'm thinking of punching you right now, if I'm going to be honest. But continue. It would be a love punch. It wouldn't be a full swing. I'm just letting you know.
Oh, okay. You already punched me twice today.
I elbowed you.
Oh, okay. I couldn't tell. So she's that's everything we needed.
Lion eyes.
I think we have everything we need, Tithian. Thank you again for everything. Do you need anything else? Spears.
Yes, I have a question. I seem to have found a button here. What does it do?
Ah. Well, I could tell you, or you could find out. It's up to you.
I
That
think we'll
was
find out.
so mysterious. Push the button. You gotta push the button. Come on. Push the button.
Yeah, so he says, I think we'll find out now. And just press the button.
You press the button, all the weight of the items in that is briefly put into the purse, and your arm yanks down, especially with your strength. You cannot hold it, and it immediately hits the floor with a thud.
Yeah.
You might
The
want to
gift-
push the button again.
After about 10 seconds, it lightens back up again.
Oh,
Wait.
that might be useful.
What if
In
we put
case,
an anvil?
Someone happens to be getting a little handsy, you can swing the thing and push the button and hit them with everything you have in the bag.
That being said, I think I should probably hold on to that if you don't
Yeah.
mind.
You take that ugly
I
ass
agree.
thing.
He just goes, I agree. And he starts handing it over to you.
It's perfect. She's in mostly blue, so now it's a green goblin,
Right?
blue clothing, and a pink bag. She looks like a real bad, like troll doll dressed up in Barbie clothes. Not great.
To
I'm
your,
sorry, Melissa, but I gotta say that looks awful on you.
It
Can we
looks
wrap it in
fine.
a cloth or something? Do you have a cloak? Put a cloak
Can you
on.
just avert your eyes for like a second? Anyway, we'll be fine.
to your surprise, when you put it on, it actually shrinks down to the appropriate purse size for a goblin. Otherwise, it would have been banging against your ankles, but you had it there, and it just kind of cinched up on you, so you're good.
Correct. I'll
I
say.
see why it costs so much.
It's very adjustable. It's supposed to be an
It's
heirloom.
very-
Can you adjust the color?
It's a gift. Yeah, I'm sure you could. It's not.
Wait,
I'm
really?
not an artificer.
Can we turn to green?
You can't.
Oh.
Let me make that clear. It's not yours. It's on loan.
Right, got it. I just
Look, if you do real well, I'll commission you a dwarven purse of your own.
Yeah. Could you please? Could you make sure it's the same color?
The same.
No.
All right. Perhaps have like some kind of tracking system on it too, so if she ever loses it, say by accident, that it just like will find its way back to her, or perhaps will incessantly ring in her ears until she finds it or something.
Stop it.
Just make sure that she can't be separated from this beautiful piece of work.
Not listen to
I
her.
see. And the recall feature should be at an obnoxiously, inappropriately high speed on the way back.
Correct. Yeah,
Got it.
exactly. Exactly.
I'll
Preferably with the button pushed.
Don't you ever?
He just loses it. He just starts laughing. All right. You guys are great. I'd love to have you here, but we have work to do. Are you ready?
I have
Ready.
been ready.
Do not give me whatever she
Okay.
said. That's awful.
How are you with teleportations?
What do you mean? I'm
I think I've been through
Talking-
one. It was fine. It was fine. It was all right.
Guys get queasy, anything like that?
Nah.
Nah.
I am.
I feel
robot.
like we'll be
All
fine.
right, one last thing. And he has one potion out, and Speedass, you saw this potion before, the kind of gold and black one
Mhm.
with the kind of weird fleck, like swirling around. You saw it with the teleportation guy.
Hey, I saw that with the guy that fell out the window.
Crude way of putting it, but not inaccurate. Pulls out some cloaks that he had draped over his shoulder. These kind of black cloaks of very strange make. They kind of feel stiff in some ways, but put these on. You're gonna need them. And he looks at Ballista. This was made for a dwarf. It's gonna be wide. I apologize. Goblins are rare here.
No, it's fine. Don't worry. If I
All right.
flex my lats, I might be just as wide.
I appreciate your confidence.
She's wholeheartedly trying.
Wait, we've done missions before. Cloak of Gliding? Is that what you're giving us?
You haven't done this type, but yes, he gives you this. All right. I haven't quite figured out teleportation through alchemy quite yet. It works, but we have issues with altitude. So these cloaks will help you glide in case it's a big issue with altitude. They're magic, they should work. Obviously, don't take them off. Make sure they're secure. Or if you have another means of flying, feel free to do so. Are you guys ready?
Sure. I mean, I have ways of not falling to my death. Flying, not so much, but not falling to my death. I'm pretty good.
Okay, I appreciate that. He uncorks the potion, begins to kind of what looks like just pour it on the floor, but as it falls, he begins to kind of make that circular thing, and you watch as a portal begins to open, and you see the night sky open above a port city that you guys know as Skullport, as he kind of discussed it at least earlier with you guys. But it opens up, and you can see there's some fire, like candlelight, some torches, some lamps that are there, but by and large, the city is dark. If anyone, I mean, if you're to hazard a guess, it's probably like close to 11 p.m. ish here in terms of just based on the moon position and how dark it is at the moment. Much to probably Speedus's relief, you're not jumping into an open sky with sunlight.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
But
jump out.
The whole way down, he's just tumbling.
Jesus.
And this won't stay up for long, so please be my guest.
Thanks so much. She's just gonna jump through first.
Okay.
Did she jump through like Mario or something?
No, like honestly, she dove. Probably like jumped through
out.
and was and instead
Right.
trying to like flying squirrel.
All right, so Speedus is gonna give he's gonna give him the nod. You know the nod, right?
Yeah.
Like, thank you, sir. And he's gonna follow Sister here.
All right.
Let's go.
Wait, is Sister her first name or her last name, or just the
Sister
title?
is not her first name.
Sorry, I'm thinking Ballista was the last name. I'm sorry.
I love.
Excuse me, Mrs. Ballista. Can I talk to you real quick? No. She's she only has one name, and it is Ballista. But
Okay.
because she was at a monastery, she was sister for a while,
Okay.
so she called it Sister Ballista. And
Okay.
that's where that
All right, so
came
we're gonna
from.
follow
But yeah,
Ballista
Ballista, yeah.
and just dive in as well.
Excellent. I assume Celia follows afterwards.
Yep, absolutely.
Which one of you lucky three wants to roll me a D100?
Oh Lord.
You know what? Kit can do it.
Let's go,
Why?
kid. Let's go.
Because
Let's go.
Kit's
You
never
gotta
been able
put
to roll a D100, so it's your turn. You're in.
Roll.
Okay.
Okay, that's slash roll 1d100, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm not gonna pray because it turns out bad. 99.
Oh, this is how far away we are.
You guys, Ballista dives out, and perhaps to your not surprise, there's nothing there, and you just immediately begin to fall. Except
fuck.
you could have sworn you were closer in the portal. The lamplights are like faint pricks of just non-darkness at this point. You can barely make out where like the water meets the port and where like the city actually is. You know it's below you, but the darkness and the lack of like proper lighting makes it extremely difficult to see. You're quite a ways up. You can roll me an acrobatics check to see how quickly you are able to kind of master your gliding here, and
I will.
You might have some-
also say. Sorry, good.
You might have a little interesting issue because it is wider than it should be. So we'll address that when we get there.
I was gonna say, I will say, this is not necessarily for like the damage part of it right now, but I will say, as a monk, I do have slow fall, so I'm gonna say that maybe I could do some like fucking ninja parkour air shit as I'm trying to like.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to mention that.
Absolutely, no problem.
That's terrible.
We could say you use slow fall to kind of orient yourself, and then enact the gliding. All right. Okay, so I believe Speedas was right after you. Not that it's your character's fault, but it is certainly your player's fault. You are absurdly high right now. To the point where the air is a little thin. You're like, jeez. But
we almost hit the ceiling in the Underdark.
Pretty much. Give
me
a
acrobatics.
I'm rolling acrobatics. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Oh,
25.
Beautiful. All right. See, that's
the good roll. Okay.
No problem. Immediately kind of go into a slight dive where the wind fills up your
good to be home, man.
Gliding, and just begin to. And it is that again that you are a denizen of the Underdark. The smells and the lack of air current, for one, is just kind of comforting, even though you are falling. It's nice. Anyway, next is Celia. You know what to do?
Yep, I'm getting some deja vu here. Yeah, that's about it. Yep.
Here we go.
The altitude is not that bad, and immediately gonna go into a tumble. I'm gonna say for the next probably like 1,000 feet, you're just falling, unless you want to do something else. Obviously, I'm not gonna take away.
You're gonna have to learn the same shit you did before to ride her fly.
Here's the thing. You still have a lot of room on the way down. This is as high as you pretty much can get without not.
I want to point out that's your fault, Maya. You made me roll.
So basically, she jumps out and like the cloak. She tries to bring it out, but it wraps around and
so it's like just making your face float and the rest of your body.
Speedas, I'm going to say, since you rolled really high and you're probably the most in control, as you're kind of, softly gliding down, you just Celia's just spinning and trying to like get the thing out of her face, and it's just falling like a rock. I'm going to say 10 seconds after that, Ballista, who's probably having more fun than anyone else, really, because this is your environment, and you're also having a controlled but probably speedier descent because you can slow yourself down. You are surprised that Celia goes right by you, screaming the whole way down as she begins to.
Well, not screaming because the cloak's wrapped around her. So
you hear harsh, muffled anger as she begins to go
definitely
down.
hurling out some angry abyssal.
Oh god. Being that Ballista is like pretty comfortable in the air, can I have her like fucking tuck like one of those, skydivers
guys?
Yeah, exactly. Trying to go down, like pull into the cloak too, so she could not activate it and hopefully try and get to Celia.
Give me an acrobatics check, and that should cover it.
Sure. All right.
I would give you advantage, but this is like way too big. Fine. Okay, you got it.
Nice.
You are, for what this is, they're having not really a hard time dealing with the fact that this is 3 times too wide for you. But
you are your life,
Yeah. You are able to get this in control, tuck it all in neatly so that it's not creating drag or a difference in pressure that would cause you to tumble. You are able to descend and catch your tumbling friend at the moment. So she can't really tell you're there because her head is wrapped in a cloak, but you are there.
I feel like she's going to kind of like grab onto her almost like, I feel like Kit's character is gonna have the best view of this, right? Because we're like, she's tumbling down, and then she kind of tucks to try and catch up with her. But when she does, I feel like she's scared that she might lose her, so she's gonna like grab onto her like a little gremlin, like all of her arms and legs.
backpack.
right now,
He's
yeah.
gonna like grab onto Celia, and then she's gonna be like, "It's fine, don't worry, everything's care. I'm here to help you." Like, just try and unravel.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. She's gonna try and like unravel it from around her face, but like that's what she's doing at the moment.
Okay. Also, you'd be screaming that. I'm not gonna make you do it in the voice, obviously, because I'm hurt. But
Of
yeah,
course,
you are.
Yeah.
You get grabbed almost violently, and then you hear her scream like, "I got you!" Like, just trying to unwrap her head. All right, so you're falling. I'd say, give me a sleight of hand. And you can have advantage, or Celia can help you with her own sleight of hand, trying to get that off you.
you don't
All right, I'll get advantage
right now.
then.
Goddamn.
this one.
Alright. Guys, that was advantage 1 and a 2.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my god.
Now, you're not sure if it's because it's dark, or you're just, I mean, you're not tumbling anymore, but it's kind of confusing. You're pretty sure Ballista just wrapped it tighter the wrong way. Like she got an extra couple of loops in instead of going the opposite.
I told you to stop moving. You're moving. Stop moving.
So, I'm gonna say you're probably like 40% of the way down, so you do have some time. But and really, unfortunately, this is honestly kind of terrifying for Celia because you don't know how far you're falling. It's just whack. But sister, you know you have some opportunity left, but you got maybe a couple of rolls, and then you might need another exit plan. So give me both another, if you want, sleight of hand from both of you. Unless you wanted to try a different technique. I'm not trying to shoehorn you in here.
How far away am I from them?
They're falling real fast now. I would say you're probably at least 1,200 feet away.
Oh, if only you finished writing that other Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah. I'll get that to you next week.
It's a week too late.
I don't think you have a spell with a 1,200 foot range, so I'm going to say no.
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, how do you want to do it? So the advantage, or you each roll?
She's gonna try the same thing, but she's gonna attempt to like, as best she can, like anchor her. As weird as it sounds, like maybe try and like wrap some of her cloak around her arm, and then like use her other foot to stabilize her. So instead of like going topsy-turvy, they're just weirdly like spinning around like in one direction instead. And that's gonna be her attempt to kind of,
such a clandestine operation.
Kind of like a
so clandestine. Okay.
like an
just
uneven
trying her
rotation.
best. So like,
Like-
like steady it as much as she can so she could try again.
She's having a harrowing event right now.
Yep. It's terrifying. And now you're kind of doing a broken dishwasher, like, or
Oh my
a broken
God.
washing machine kind of rotation now.
That's amazing.
One of those top loaders.
What would you do for me after doing that? If you need anything from me, I don't know.
I would say give me a roll to see how well you anchor.
Okay, what do you need for that? Just another acrobatic, or-
It could be athletics. It could be acrobatics.
Okay.
Either or, I would say. It's not really sleight of hand. You're kind of like forcing this. This is
All right. Well, either or. I was going athletics because I do kind of see her trying to like.
yeah.
That's an improvement. That's an improvement.
It's not terrible. You are
Okay.
getting stabilized. You're not quite where you ideally want to be, but you're better than where you were.
Okay.
Which
Yeah,
lowers the DC for you, Celia.
Great.
Finish.
I turn.
Always
she's
seeks to
just gonna be
influence you through your
"Look
blood
at-"
ties because they struggle to keep the. Okay. Gotcha.
No, all this long fall needs is like the JoJo to be continued.
Oh no.
Dun, dun,
Oh,
dun,
no.
dun, dun, dun.
Mark is doing like the falling damage math for us. It's gonna be 120 d6 damage.
Your character
Oh my
evaporates.
God, your character evaporates exactly.
Yeah, I am netters. I could just roll 120. I'm that bad. But give me.
God.
He rolled 121s in one shot. All right, Maya. So how do you want to do this? You can continue to struggle to get this off. You've got some other options in your class.
She's gonna rein in her impulse to burn it off and just she's gonna try one more time to right herself after that cloak is free from her face. She's like, oh! Give it one more go. That does not work, so she's just gonna lean in and tap into what she should have done in the first place. And just be like, I'm gonna fly now. I'm gonna slow down. Okay, we're doing this.
Okay.
Wait, that's not what I meant to do.
I was like, say, I think you're still falling.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's not.
You're just trying everything at this point.
That's what I meant to do.
There you go. That's for the night.
Oh my god.
Let's see.
Oh man. Yeah, teacher.
Okay.
Flying speed. It is nighttime, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I mean, we're in the Underdark. It's dark as fuck.
Yeah. Regardless, you are able to begin to slow. Well, actually, Sister Ballista, give me an acrobatics check.
Yeah,
this is
I was like,
literally
she's
gonna be. This is me ripcording right now, and she's gonna go.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
Excellent. So she pulls the magical ripcord, immediately begins her like slower descent, which is way slower than the rest of you. Unfortunately for Sista, you are of considerably less mass and get pretty much ejected by the difference in momentum at that time. So you go spiraling off, but thankfully, being the monk you are, have no problem just kind of redirecting it, and now you are back in control of yourself, floating down or gliding down.
She's purposefully gonna like flip on her back so she's facing Celia because she's going much slower now, and just on the way down, be like, turn around.
I wanted to let you help me. I wanted to let you know. I believed in you, but it just,
I genuinely think like you saw like a playful grin on her face when she did it too. So she's turning around and going, just going back down.
Two things of import to let you guys know. One, you have probably at this point about 30-ish% left to go down at your current rate, Ballista, because you are obviously going quicker than everybody else. Celia, at a rate of 30 or however it was of you like walking speed for 1 minute, that's going to burn out well before you hit the ground. So obviously, being as slow as it is now, you can right your cloak, and I'll say you can get advantage at trying it again. But the 1 minute is definitely not enough to get you down safely.
All right, so I'm gonna roll acrobatics at advantage.
Okay.
A mega fire owl. Oh my god.
Okay.
The DC wasn't terribly high because you actually aren't tangled up and like choking yourself, but you are able to
All right.
get it spread out. It's a little shaky. You're like, but you end up getting it under control after a bit of a squirrely start. But you are also gliding down with the rest of them. With Speedas at kind of caboose. I assume you didn't like dive down or anything like that. You were just continuing your lovely glide. So in this current formation, it's going to be Ballista, Celia, and then Speedas. Let me know. Let me open this city map for you here. Where you want to land.
Terrible way to travel.
This is the best way to travel.
This is the only way to travel.
Oh,
Exactly. Here you go.
you know what's hilarious is I feel like I'm playing Zolan with how bad she is with falling.
Oh my god. Except you can fly. There's no backup plan for Zolan. It's just hope something bigger can catch him before he hits the ground. Oh gosh.
I think my favorite was when he crashed into the barn full of horses.
Speed
Oh
ass.
my god. Yes. Mark songs. I keep thinking Nenners is saying speed ass.
Oh, okay. See the joy you bring us, man.
Okay, I just want to point out that I did not pick that name. I didn't come up with it. I just put a random generator on something until I found something that sounded reasonable to me, and I like that in town for some reason. So
Speed ass sounds reasonable to me too.
Just understand
not
that
bad.
our characters are absolute trolls in this campaign.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Oh,
it doesn't
my
matter what your name
God.
is. We'll find a way to fuck it up.
Ugh, that was amazing.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, skull point.
So you guys are
okay.
coming in. Since you were all under control and thankfully not going to hit anything at terminal velocity or close to, you can kind of choose where you want to go. Melissa, you have obviously the advantage because you're first. So let me know among this area. It is numbered for your reference. Let me know roughly where you'd want to go.
The chateau. The chateau.
The chateau isn't here, but
Okay, where would be closest to it? I guess if I kind of know my general directions. Be by the waterway-ish, right? Or no? Am I crazy?
the waterway might be the fastest way. Really, Speed Ass is the only one who'd probably knows where it is.
Good. He's way behind me.
Yep.
Sick. Okay. All right. So she's gonna go for. What does that say? The Grand Holst? What the heck is a Holst? Am I a dummy?
Hoist.
Number 9.
Hoist.
Hoist.
That's an I, not an L.
Oh my god. Okay, yes, correct. That's a hoist. The Grand Hoist.
By his
When
own
you're wearing
guitar.
glasses, but they don't work.
Listen, Nenners. Okay, I zoomed real far out because I'm trying to see where I'm trying to go. It does say hoist. I don't need your sass.
Clean your glasses, Foos.
Love you, Foos.
Okay, yeah. Well, she's gonna go towards the Grand Hoist. She's gonna go for the larger spot, like this one, this big old land piece here.
Okay, yeah,
because
sounds good.
She's like, I'd probably be fine, and the drow would probably be fine, but Celia's probably gonna find a way to fucking wedge herself into one of these goddamn caverns. So she's just trying to go for the biggest one.
Go for the biggest
Whichever one
blob
she lands.
possible. Okay, sounds
Exactly.
Up to you. Give me one last acrobatics or athletics check because this is the full descent.
Do I get advantage or anything because of my slow fall? Like, I'm real good at controlling
I would
my-
say you have at this point advantage. You're picking out where you want to land. You're
and
Flexing.
some cheese. Okay, advantage. All right.
that's fair.
Acrobatics. Okay.
Nice.
okay.
Nice.
That was a 1 for the other one, by the way.
Yep.
I'm not sure if you kept track, but I'm up to, I think, 4 natural ones tonight. Anyway, yeah, we're good. It's rough.
You come in on your descent and are able to bleed off most of your speed and land in a relatively graceful manner. Like you land into like a little bit of a quick trot that becomes a stride. So doesn't anyone who's watching looks like you just maybe landed a jump or something, and did not necessarily understand that you fell thousands of feet. That's where you go. Celia,
Oh no.
you, I assume, have seen this, but this is your agency. You can land wherever you like.
Oh no.
Regardless, I will need an acrobatics or athletics.
Yep.
Let's go.
So we're gonna do athletics because it is slightly better at 1.
Okay,
Good.
sounds good.
I'm assuming that she gets no more pull out of her flying thing. That's done and gone.
Yeah, the 1 minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what if it wasn't? What if we pretended?
So wait, if she was going that slow though, then wouldn't Speed Us be next?
Yes, actually, that's a very good point.
Because he would probably pass you with your slow.
Yep, assuming Speed S didn't want to like not be caboose. No, even then, you're still coming down. Yeah, so yes, Speed S would be number 2. Where are you going?
All right. So you said that he would know where to go, right? So where would he be going?
So in this city, the exit is on the east side. So if you didn't want to be in the city at all and just wanted to immediately go towards your goal, you'd be going. I mean, you can land wherever you want, but
We'd be heading.
essentially, you could take the road or you could take the sea. You don't have a boat right now, so you'd have to either buy or steal one. If that's what you wanted to do.
I'm in a boat.
He can summon a boat. That's true. So yeah, you can go east, take the land route there, which isn't that bad, or take the sea route.
And so I guess knowing that, I think he'd just land near Ballista in this case, just because he knows he can just head east and he'll lay it down their options once they're all down there.
Sounds good. Give me you know what to give me? Athletics or acrobatics?
Do I get advantage because of the nice way he was coming in, or no?
No, you're a spider guy. If you were landing in webs and stuff, you'd have a huge amount of advantage. But this is
okay.
You're just trying to make sure you don't land
So
in water.
acrobatics or athletics, you said?
Either or, whichever you prefer.
This one's for JJ.
Okay.
Oh, the spider god honors you still.
Let's go.
Okay.
You are able to come
Great
to a
feat.
very
Great
graceful stop as well next to Ballista.
All right, my turn to fuck it all up.
He
Let's
just
go.
stands and goes, hello.
Time for her to face plant on the dirt and then roll into the water. I'm just kidding. But Ballista's
it's
gonna look
true.
at Speedus.
It's gonna happen.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Speedus will, Ballista will look at Speedus. All right, we made it. So
Hey.
now it's just great. Looks up and waits. You got this.
Nice.
Oh,
Hey,
all right.
see, you got this.
So after, I would say, a summarily unpleasant journey on the way down, with some forceful divine intervention, you are able to kind of change your fate around. Coming in for the landing, it is also smooth, although not as smooth as your teammates. It is still quite good given how you began. This is a marked. It seems like you got the hang of it just as the ride ended. Is kind of what it feels like for you. You're like, yep, that tracks. But all three of you are now on this platform here, and it is midnight. So I'm going to say we'll leave it here, and we'll come back next week with you guys properly here, and then we can make inroads towards your goal of ambushing the caster man, Mr. Vezrandir, at the chateau, if you will.
Awesome. I was actually going to say, depending on Flandy, I think he might not be able to make tomorrow. So I was thinking of either cheesing if like Vogli is free and can make it or whatever. But if she's not free and you guys are, and Nunners, if you're ready, maybe we can continue this tomorrow too.
I am prepped with this for the next like 4 sessions. So
Damn.
Very cool.
whatever you want to do,
so
I'm in.
I'll say if Vogli's free, then we'll cheese. And then if she's not here, depending on Flandy, because I know he's going to get back late and I know he's exhausted, so I don't want to be like, welcome back, role play.
Yeah, I told him, like, bro,
Like-
please, first off, see your spouse.
I know.
Second, like,
yeah.
you know,
Exactly.
please, you know, enjoy your time. I know you love hanging out with us, but
Exactly.
sleep is necessary.
But we'll definitely
Thanks,
figure it out. But yeah, so we will be back tomorrow, either with some cheese or more kill team. And yeah, I think that's it, right? We're all good. Nothing crazy is going on. I'm going to be gone for Sunday to Monday, or Tuesday, but that's irrelevant. So, all right, that was awesome. Nenners, you're the bestest. This is the first episode, but Nenners, how long do you imagine this going for? If you had to guess.
I mean, well, this took your goddamn shopping spree took way longer than I thought it was gonna go. But that's how I played it. So I mean, at this rate, it also depends on how fast you go through here, because
Correct. Yeah.
there's no shopping on the road, so
That
it depends
depends.
on
Yeah. Acrobatics or anything?
probably.
Correct.
You are in the Underdark. You also landed on basically an island, so you're gonna have to do acrobatics to get across.
Oh no.
Oh,
I mean, if you look at
excited.
how big, like, look at what the ships look like down there, right? So that chasm is probably
Oh
like at least
shit!
50 feet. Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
Yep.
I was like, maybe 15 feet. We got that. Oh man. Yeah, we're good.
Times
All right.
3. So anyway,
I can math.
realistically speaking, I'd say 3 to 4 episodes, given your current pace. Again, it also depends on, like, if you pull off the chateau thing, you're pretty much done. You just got to get out,
Yeah.
right? And you have
Correct.
a drow with you, so even if you needed to lay low for a few, Kit is like unintentionally tailor-made for this particular adventure. He's so just keep him alive, and you guys can be fine. So
No problem. Got
you
it.
do have 30 applications of a heal kit, though, so I'd be kind of sad if
I
you didn't.
love the way that the man puts this, by the way, unintentionally. Like, okay, I made some good choices, apparently.
You made some really
An
good
accident?
choices.
An accident? Okay.
I thought it was on purpose. I thought for sure.
No,
he was like,
I'm
they need to
fucking
drown,
stupid
man.
at
They're
the game.
going.
Nah, this
I'm
was
getting there. I'm
100%
getting there. I'm
it.
still not good at
Think
it.
of how often he talks about spiders.
I
Just-
love spiders, man. Well, that's
Yeah.
why it would be easy, right? Because if it was like, yo, you have to be a drowned, he'd be like, great. That's why I figured it was like, oh, we're good. I was gonna say something else about maybe. Oh shoot.
Yeah, we are going to need an exfil for. Guys, we'll see.
Yeah.
No,
figure
it's you'll figure it out. But if you
Oh,
pull off the
that's what it
Chateau
was.
raid,
Rating. Who are we rating? We have a bunch of people who are still on, but I don't know how late they'll be on. So hold on. I'm gonna run through everybody real quick. Because I think Dispel Logic is probably they literally just finished right now. Okay. So they're done. Plus one shot is
Dispel Logic sounds like what happens at work when I go there.
I know, right? Insomnia we've done before. So we'll go with +1 again because we haven't raided them in a while. So we are going to raid. Let me gather everybody up and we'll get going. As per usual, thank you very much for being here. Let's change to this
Dinner.
because
Yes.
It's great. Thank you for putting this together.
Yeah, man.
Oh, my
Yes,
pleasure. Thank you guys for playing.
Also,
Sorry,
from the
okay.
kid, this has been hilarious.
Oh yes. As per usual, it is dope, and I love you guys very much. All right, so we are ready to raid. Here we go. Once again, thank you. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Good night, T-Mark.
All right, and we're raiding, and we're raiding.